Good evening, and welcome back to another part of the Steins Gate Let's Play. I am your host, Swishbone, for the remainder of the evening. As usual, we are here live and exclusive to YouTube. For those of you who found this by chance, maybe the algorithm or some of the subscriptions have kicked this into your recommended list, or perhaps you're one of the many who's been here before for the likes of Danganronpa V3, Persona 5 Royal, Revelations Persona, Final Fantasy 7, Song of Memories, and many, many more. For all of you, a huge, colossal, universe-sized welcome back. Including you, Queen, who's checked on the chat box already saying hi, good evening to you. And well, last time we left this off at the end of the second chapter, we've literally just seen a big revelation, and now we're going to carry on the story. Here we go. Avian also checking in with a huge grin on their face. Go on, Avian, what's got you grinning like a huge Cheshire cat in the corner there? The ticking of the clock is like a hammer inside my head. I know that feeling. I used to be a drinker and I used to wake up with that feeling on a Saturday morning after a very long Friday night session. It's past 2 AM. Yep, see, this is my recollections of being a drunkard when I was back at university. The window is closed, and the lab is silent for the humming of the computer. Been there too? We stare at the gruesome image displayed on the monitor, speechless. And for those who are wondering what the gruesome image was, it was the jellymen file. Literally, a person was sent back in time to 1920s New York and sort of jellified with a building. Very, very creepy. And Queen, if my viewers are happy I'm on stream, I'm happy as well. Cheap plug, always good. I was right. We're in too deep. I half expect guys in black suits and sunglasses to kick down the door and drag us off to a secret military prison. Better make sure the door's locked. Yeah, that's going to help. You know, you've got like the secret government agency who are watching everything, and the little lock on your door's going to help. No, a Bosch's going to make mincemeat of that. Trust me, they're coming for you. They're coming to get you, Okabe. Of course, I should call him his other name, but I'm not going to do that because he's a twat. Avi, yeah, looking forward to seeing more of the story and hoping it makes a bit more sense. Yes. Me too. What's going on here? Dara breaks the silence with a disbelieving whisper. Although I was more of a generic question than a whisper, wasn't I? They jellified someone. Upon hearing the familiar word jellified, I reflexively look at the bunch of bananas placed next to the computer. There's only one banana left. We didn't have a single successful experiment today, so none of them were jellified. But I don't think this is a mere coincidence. The jellified bananas produced by the foam wave, name subject to change, and the jellified corpses produced by SERN's experiments. They seem identical in nature. They're experimenting on people. Kurisu speaks calmly despite her grim expression. And that is a pretty grim expression, isn't it? Like the sealed lips, the folded arms. That's a lady who's getting ready to speak quite a lot of serious business here on the old tubes of you this evening. She doesn't even avert her eyes from the gruesome image. And this means they perfected it, created a time machine, doesn't it? Even if it's not perfect. Eh? I'm still in shock, so I don't quite grasp the meaning of Kurisu's words. This New York Times article is from 1921. 90 years ago. Actually, no. 100 years ago. Yes, this game's set in 2011. Let that sink in. Look. Kurisu points to the part of the black and white photograph, her finger shaking slightly. The jellified corpse of a man. She's pointing to his shoulder, which has writing on it. Perhaps it was printed on his clothes. It's fused onto the jellified body, but you can somehow manage to read it. And that says SERN 213542. So it sounds almost like a tattoo of some kind, doesn't it? Like a branding. A subject name. Hang on. People being branded with tattoos. Final Fantasy VII. Is that you? SERN.
つまりセルンは LHC を使ったタイムトラベル実験で人間を1921年へと送り込んだ
So, CERN used the LHC to send someone back to 1921?
生きたままというのは失敗したみたいだけどね。
Looks like they failed to keep him alive, though.
ゼリーマンズレポートはこれだけか
Is this the only report?
いや、まだ結構ある。全部で14人分かな
No, there's more. Looks like 14 people in total.
もしもゼリーマンという言葉がゲル化した人間を意味するならその数だけ人体実験の犠牲者がいるということか
More jellymen. That means more jellified people. More victims of human experimentation. I swallow hard. I'm awfully thirsty. To be fair, it's got good reason to be. You know, when you get in this kind of level of anxiety, it's kind of natural to feel thirsty. I take a cold Dr. P out of the fridge and wet my throat. Now, you see, the thing is, soda is not going to make you less thirsty. It's going to make you more thirsty because it contains, like, diuretics and salts. What you want is some good old-fashioned water. Says the guy who's drinking coffee as we speak. So I'm a gigantic hypocrite.
他のも見せてくれ
Show me the others. Daru pulls up another report. Without being told to, Karisu begins translating out loud. Oh, it's French, this one. Jellyman's Report 9.
被験者ダン・ストレイスキー26歳出身カナダ
One of your people's been taken, Queen and Avian. See, they're coming for you too. Be warned. Subject Dan Skresky, age 26, Canadian.
Z プログラム4実験日2004年9月6日14時10分
Z Program 4, date of experiment, 6th of September 2004. Time, 14:10 hours. And coffee does have water in it. Ew. Queen, no. No. I'm not even saying that one out loud. No. Kids, do not go anywhere near that. Whatever you do. I'd rather drink vinegar. And that's saying something.
実験結果エラー Human is dead ミスマッチ
Results. Error. Human is dead. Mismatch.
新聞記事の切り抜きの方はこれフランス語ね私も読めない
The newspaper clipping. I think it's in French. I can't read it.
2001年の1月31日というのは読み取れる
You can read the date though. 31st of January 2001.
場所はフランスのポーかな
The location is Pau, France, I guess. Oh, there's a fight in the comments. Someone's been insulting the coffee apparently. May a tour strike you down. (2001). That's fairly recent. Yeah, it's 10 years ago in Game Universe, 20 years ago here. Oh, whoever that is shouting outside my window, shut the fuck up. A pretty big difference from James McCarthy, who jumped nearly 90 years back to 1921. Daru pulls up a machine translation, giving us the following. 31st of January 2001. Collapsed male corpse discovered in forest outside Pau, France. Its left foot was fused to a tree trunk, and the body had jellified. Daru goes to the next report.
ゼリーマンズレポート8
Jellyman's Report 8. Linda Hill.
リンダ・ヒル25歳出身イギリス
And now they're taking one of my people. Subject Linda Hill, age 25, British. Yeah, just because it has water doesn't mean it's good for drinking. I agree with what you were saying about yours, Queen, but coffee is always good for drinking. Even though this coffee's come from Raccoon City. So maybe this isn't good to drink actually. It might contain the G virus.
Z プログラム4実験日2004年2月15日13時45分
Z Program 4, date of experiment 15 February 2004, time 13:45 hours. And this was back in
実
India.
験結果エラーヒューマンイズデッドミスマッチ
Results, error, human is dead, mismatch.
1972年10月2日インドタミルナードゥー州のダルマプリの路上でゼリー状になった女性の遺体発見
October 2nd, 1972, the jellified body of a woman was discovered on the streets of Dharmapuri in Tamil Nadu, India.
遺体は放置された後で車にひかれた跡があり下半身は損壊していた
There were signs that the body had been run over by a car. Daru goes to the next page.
ゼリーマンズレポート7
Japan. I could tell by the kanji. Because it's got a mix of, if you look here, you've got kanji, but then you've also got kana. So this is Japanese. And I think he's from Kyoto, it's somewhere in Kyoto. So I'm pretty sure that's Kyobishi. Let's find out. Jellyman's Report 7.
被験者ミハイル・ラング33歳出身ドイツ
Subject Michael Lang, age 33, German.
Z プログラム4実験日2002年10月8日13時28分
Z Program 4, date of experiment 8th of October 2002, time 13:28 hours.
実験結果エラーヒューマンイズデッドミスマッチ
Results, error, human is dead, mismatch. The article clipping is written in Japanese. Looks like a pre-war newspaper. May 24th, 1936. I was right, it's Kyoto. The corpse of what is believed to be a jellified human was discovered at the base of Mount Hay in Kyoto. It was in a damaged state, possibly from having slid down the slope. It even happened in Japan. I've never heard of this story before. It was pre-war though, so I guess someone born in the 90s like me would have no way of knowing about it. Yeah, because us lot in the 90s never paid attention to history classes. And I'm not joking with that one. Next page. Okay. The picture shows the beach. Beautiful, but for the jellyfish-like body lying on the sand. It must have washed ashore. Judging by the fish archipelago, it's probably in the Pacific Islands. Maybe Fiji, Tunisia, or Thailand.
ゼリーマンズレポート6
Jellyman's Report 6.
被験者マーク・ヒューズ30歳出身アメリカ
Subject Mark Hughes, age 30, American.
Z プログラム4実験日2002年8月23日12時52分
Z Program 4, date of experiment 23rd of August 2002, time 12:52 hours.
実験結果エラーヒューマンイズデッドミスマッチ
Result, error, human is dead, mismatch.
1985年7月1日フェロー諸島ストレイモイ島の海岸に奇妙な物体が流れ着いた
Oh well, Faroe Islands. That's like north of Scotland. That's interesting. On July 1st, 1985, a strange body washed ashore on the coast of Streymoy, the Faroe Islands.
それは成人男性のようにも見えるがクラゲのようなブヨブヨの物体であり生きてはいない島の住人たちの間では半魚人の死骸ではないかという噂も
It appeared to be the body of an adult male, but its flesh was soft like that of a jellyfish. Some of the island's inhabitants believed that it was the body of a merman. Being British and knowing a little bit about the North, I don't know if anyone would believe in mermans up there. Then again, there is the Loch Ness Monster, so maybe it's some kind of strange folk tale from the Faroe Islands. I've never actually been there.
肩と見られる場所にはセルンという刻印があったが、セルンは関与を否定している。
The inscription SERN was found near the body's shoulder, but SERN denies any involvement. I didn't read down Carice's voice though, like an idiot. I was too busy reading the article. Such a stupid idiot. Keep lurking?
もう十分だ。
I've seen enough. There are 14 of these people?
発見場所が世界中に散らばっている。この結果からどんな解が導き出せるのかしら。
The sites are spread throughout the world. What can we deduce from this?
その場所へ送り込もうとしたのだろう。
They must have sent them to those places.
そうは思えない。無計画すぎる。
I don't think so. It's too random.
カーブラックホールが得意点をどうたらってあったけど、それが原因じゃ。
There was something about curved black holes and gravity, right? Isn't that the cause?
超重力による無限圧縮およびカーブラックホール内の得意点通過に耐えられなかったと思われる。
It is believed that due to infinite compression by supergravity, the subject could not endure passage through the curved black hole's singularity.
そう書いてあった。
That's what it said.
カーブラックホールって普通のブラックホールとなんか違うん？
What's a curved black hole? Is it different from a regular black hole?
理論上存在を予言されているブラックホールよ。中心の得意点が回転しているという特徴がある。実在することはまだ証明されていないし、証明しようもないけど。
It's a theoretical black hole that rotates in singularity. Their existence hasn't been proven yet. Not that there's any way to prove one exists. Curved black hole. Where have I heard that term before? Probably from John Titor.
そうか。ジョン・タイター。
Bingo! Take a bow, me. That's right. John Titor. Titor's time machine used curved black holes.
タイターはこう言っていた。2034年にセルンによってタイムマシン開発は成功したと。そしてタイター自身は2036年からやってきたと。
According to Titor, CERN finished their time machine in 2034, and then Titor himself came from 2036. It makes sense for Titor and CERN to be using the same time travel technology. Karisu closes her eyes deep in thought.
カーブラックホールを作るなんて、そんなのむちゃくちゃよ。下手したら地球ごと飲み込まれかねないような行為よ。そもそもカーブラックホールは仮説であって。
Creating black holes? That's insane. If you screw up, it could swallow the Earth. And besides, curved black holes are just a theoretical construct.
タイターの予言は現実であり、ミューツベに出ていた LHC 実験における最悪の予想図もほぼ事実になりつつあるということだ。
If Titor's predictions are a reality, then that means the LHC worst case scenario video on YouTube was correct. And no, it's not going to be a YouTube dedicated to cats. I wish that existed. I'd probably never stop watching it. But it's going to be a copyright-free version of YouTube, which is kind of ironic, since I've just broadcast it on YouTube. Yeah, there we are, a fictional, popular video-sharing website. So, their way of getting around the copyright, I have now completely avoided by breaking the copyright. I'm such a rebel.
タイターの予言は知らんけど、ミューツベで問題の動画見たことある。2、3年前に話題になってたよな。
I don't know about Titor's predictions, but I've seen the problem video before. It was on the news 2 or 3 years ago, which I'm guessing is going to be the video from YouTube. Yeah, so basically, CG mock of an LHC generated mini black hole swallowing the Earth went viral when it was uploaded to YouTube. The one I saw had a Baron of Hell from Doom crash through the portal. That would have been quite fun, actually. I've just been typing IDDQD on my keyboard so I could fight demons all day. I don't think it would have worked.
ブラックホール内部は尋常じゃない重力なの。そこを通れば確かに時間移動は可能かもしれないけど、生身の人間が通り抜けられるわけがない。
The gravitational forces inside a black hole are unbelievably powerful. It's certainly possible that passing through one could allow time displacement, but there's no way a human could do that and come out alive. Well, none of them did. That's the point. That must be how these people got jellified, which does make sense because it'd be kind of like discombobulating matter, wouldn't it? If your body can't handle the pressures, it'd kind of implode. And since the human body is like something like 70% water, that'd explain the jellification process. If that matter got fried together. A very basic scientific lesson there. It's probably wrong as well, by the way. So don't write that down. Definitely don't quote it in an essay or an exam. I accept no liability if you do.
ゼリーマンどころか素粒子レベルまで分解される。それがブラックホール。
It wouldn't just jellify you. It would tear you apart particle from particle. That's what a black hole does.
議論するよりタイムマシンについての資料を漁った方が早いんじゃね?
Before we discuss this, shouldn't we look through the rest of their time machine research? Dara's already started pulling up new documents. I'm suddenly afraid. Is it okay to keep hacking CERN like this? Should I stop him? I'm the one who asked him to do it, but things have gotten serious now. But at the same time, irresistible curiosity wells up inside me. Time travel is becoming a reality. I want to know that it's true. I can't stop now.
あった Z プログラムの中にタイムトラベル理論について解説しているファイルがある。
Here we go. There's a file in the Z program that explains time travel theory.
随分あっさり見つかるわね。セルにしては脇が甘すぎる。
That was pretty easy to find. CERN should have better security. Or perhaps Karisu has just highlighted a key point. It's a fake file designed so that people start fishing around for information so they can be caught. That's one outcome I'm foreseeing coming.
セルンが甘いんじゃなくて僕がすごいっつうか。
Their security's fine. I'm just too good. And good evening, Orister Jack, checking in, saying you've been really busy, but you're here ready to sit down. Well, awesome, mate. Thank you for joining back in with the stream. You've missed a teeny bit of articles about more jellified people, and now we're moving on to find out more about what CERN are hiding. Here we go.
Daru は俺の my favorite right arm であり
Daru is my favourite right arm.
スーパーハッカーだっけ？
I thought he was your super hacker.
ハッカ
Hacker!
それでクリスティーナなんと書いてある
So what does it say, Christina? And well, this is the scientific diagram, and I'm assuming, it's going to be explained here, but this is obviously the access point where the actual Kerr black hole is created. And this, I am assuming, is a distortion in a particular rip in time. So a part of space-time they've manipulated by the Large Hadron Collider, sending particles from both ends, and the idea is that at the centre, or well off-centre in this one, it will create a nucleus of energy that forms the Kerr black hole. Now the game is going to tell me how wrong I am now, but that's my theory. This is in English too, so I have no choice but to rely on my assistant.
ちょっと読む時間くれない？
Can you give me some time to read it? Carisu's eyes dart left and right across the lines. Her earlier reluctance has vanished. It looks like she's as curious as I am.
嘘？これ本当に？
No way. But this is...
タイタって何者なのよ？
Is Taita really...
何をブツブツ言っている何が書かれているのか教えてくれ
What are you muttering about? Tell me what it says.
Oh.
Oh, right. Yes, she's very hesitant for a reason, because this is where she has to embrace fringe science, which is something that gets you blacklisted from the community.
なんかはめられたような気がしてならない。
You know, this feels like one big joke. Well, it's not very funny, is it, where people are being sent back in time and turned into Joel corpses? Sounds like the plot of an 80s B-movie sci-fi film. Then again, I am playing a bit of sci-fi visual novel game, so maybe there's some truth to that. And that's awesome, Maris Jack. You're busy at the weekend. You might be getting yourself one of your cosplays back out. That's fantastic. Which one are you getting?
どういう意味だ
What do you mean?
ほぼ一緒なのよ。ジョン・タイターが語った理論の内容と。
It's almost the same. The same as Titus' theory.
ざっと説明すると、
Basically,
LHC によって陽子を高速の 99.999991% まで加速して正面衝突させるの。
the LHC smashes protons together at 99.9999991% the speed of light.
そうすると10のマイナス24乗キログラムの質量を10のマイナス19乗メートルっていうとても狭い範囲に圧縮して押し込むことができる。
By doing so, they compress a mass of 10 to the power 24 kilos into an extremely tiny space of 10 to the power 19 meters.
日本語で OK 3行で
In Japanese, please. 3 lines max.
すごく狭い場所、
A small mass,
すごく小さい質量、
thrust into a narrow space,
無理やりねじ込む。
with great force. That explanation is too vague.
その説明はエロすぎだろ上皇
The explanation is too erotic. You. Oh, nice one, Aristide. That's so cool. Yeah, the spring guy coming back out to play. That's fantastic, mate. That's so cool.
は？どこがどうエロいのよ。
Huh? What part of it is erotic? Huh? Huh?
橋田の変態。
Ashida, you pervert!
そういうマキセ氏もなかなかの妄想能力の高さじゃね
Sounds like you have a pretty good imagination yourself.
一緒にすんな。
I'm not like you. Her blushing cheeks make her denial less than effective.
アホは相手にするなクリスティーナ続きを
Don't listen to this fool, Christina. Continue. Avia is slopping down the rules in the chat. No, no more mind gutter. Stop it. We're child friendly. No, we're not kid. We're not kid friendly around here. You've seen my streams before. Even though the teddies in the background suggest that maybe I am. No, that's not true. They're not for kids. My streams. No, 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 no. Uh?
何の話だったっけ？
What were we talking about?
無理やりねじ込む話
Thrust them with great force.
陽子の圧縮の話だ
Proton compression.
その圧縮が成功するとミクロ特異点ができるんだけど、
Right. So successful compression generates a micro-singularity, which...
ミクロ特異点ミニブラックホールじゃなくて
A micro-singularity? Not a mini black hole?
意味はほとんど同じだ特異点はいわばブラックホールの中心だからな
Same thing, essentially. A singularity is the core of a black hole.
このミクロ特異点が2つあるブラックホールを作るのよ。
This process generates a black hole with 2 micro-singularities. A black hole with 2 cores? Like a cowlick with... What? No, I don't think that's it.
擬人化希望
Explain with cute girls.
はいはい。ミクちゃんとクロちゃんでいいか？
Fine. Say there are 2 cute girls, Mick-chan and Crow-chan.
姉妹とか燃えるぜはあは
Sisters are moe, haha.
ミクちゃんとクロちゃんは電子を与えると自由に操れるようになるのよ。
By feeding Mick-chan and Crow-chan electrons, you can make them do whatever you want. Avian, they've not paid attention to you. They really haven't. I accept no responsibility for what images are going through your minds right now, people. I absolve myself of this weirdness.
電気ショックで拷問か。それなんてエロゲ？
Electric shock torture? This is some sort of eroge? Ew. I'm not touching that one.
操作できるようになった2人を超高速回転させるの。
So you force them to rotate at an extremely high velocity.
すると理論的にミクちゃんとクロちゃんは2人とも魔法少女リング上得意点に変身する。
And then, theoretically, Mik-chan and Kro-chan transform into magical girl ring singularity. For all of you into 2D, this is the ultimate fantasy!
変身バンクですね。わかります。
Q stack transformation scene. Got it. For those of you who've watched the likes of Zio Rima or Tora no Railgun, you'll know exactly what he's getting at there. Even Evangelion now, think about it. Yeah, Evangelion to an extent, but not quite the same thing. Well, it looks like these two have found a common wavelength.
これでカーブラックホール効果が生まれることになる。
The resulting black hole exhibits what's called the Kerr effect.
そもそもカーブラックホールって何ぞ？さっき回転しているって言ってたけど。
What are Kerr black holes anyway? You said they spin, but what does that mean?
そのままの意味。
Exactly what it sounds like.
でもブラックホールって普通回転してんじゃね？穴に向かって渦巻いてるじゃん。
But don't black holes usually spin? I mean, there's a whirlpool around the hole, right? Yes! Yes, Avian! Sailor Moon! Yes! Absolutely! Although I still say Sailor Jupiter is the best Sailor Scout. I won't hear any difference. Sailor Jupiter is the best one.
その回転しているように見える部分はブラックホールに吸い込まれつつある周囲の物質でしかない。
The part that looks like it's spinning is just the surrounding matter being sucked into the black hole.
普通のブラックホールは超質量により重力崩壊を起こした中心点があるだけ。そこに向かってあらゆるものが落ちていってるの。
A black hole is just a point where extreme mass causes gravitational collapse. Everything falls towards it.
それは点っていうぐらいだから回転はしてない。
Since it's only a point, it doesn't spin.
一方のカーブラックホールはさっき言った通り中心が点じゃなくてリング状なのよ。
A Kerr black hole has a ring at its center, not a point. So we got a Sailor Mercury fan in the chat. That's a fair choice, to be fair.
ミクちゃんとクロちゃんは普通の人間ではありえないことに魔法少女化すると心臓が体内でぐるぐるとリング状に回転してるって考えて。
Think of it like this. Once transformed into magical girls, Mik-chan and Kro-chan's hearts spin like a ring inside their bodies, which is impossible for normal people. Yeah, we have gone full Sailor Moon here, haven't we? This is full Sailor Moon.
グロは勘弁だお。
I'll pass on the Guro. Sailor Saturn. It's interesting we all like different ones. I just like Jupiter's psychosis. How she's really quite angry. I quite like that. Plus Supreme Thunder. What more can I say?
助手よ、お前はさっきこう言ったな。カーブラックホールは実在したとしても証明しようがないと。それはどういう意味だ？
Before, you said that such a black hole's existence would be impossible to prove. What did you mean? I don't really have a worse choice of the Sailor Scouts, Avian, to be honest. I don't really dislike any of them. I'm that guy. I'm the one that everyone looks at and goes, "You have no opinion, you're worthless." And they would be correct to believe that. Yes.
ブラックホールにはイベントホライゾンというものがある。
A black hole has what's called an event horizon. Excellent film with Lawrence Fishburne and what's his name? Who was in the Jurassic Park movie? Sam Neill. That was right. Really good film, Event Horizon. Also known as Schwarzschild surface. In a black hole, there exists a point beyond which even light can no longer escape the black hole's immense gravity. This boundary is called the event horizon, because light and other electromagnetic waves are responsible for conveying information. Nothing that occurs within the event horizon can be observed from the outside. The centre of a black hole is black because no light can escape from it. And yes, the stock transformation scene refers to transformation scenes in Henshin, Hero and Magical Girl anime. Since stock transformation scenes are used in nearly every episode, their animation is done independently in advance. As a result, the production quality is often higher than that of the rest of the anime. You two don't like Chibi Moon. I can understand that, to be fair. And then Eroge, short for erotic game. No, we are staying away from Custer's Revenge on this stream. We're not going anywhere near that. And by the way, if you've never heard of Custer's Revenge before, don't look it up. It's one of the worst things you'll ever see. Not only is it culturally offensive, it's also just a stupid idea in general.
この内側に入ると時間と空間の役割が入れ替わってしまうわけで
Once you pass the event horizon, time and space switch places.
時間と空間の役割が入れ替わる
Time and space switch places.
私たちは今空間を自由に移動できるけど時間を1分過去に戻すことはできないそれが入れ替わるのよ
Right now, we can move freely through space and time and into the future, but we can't move even 1 minute into the past. That becomes reversed.
イベントホライゾンの向こう側だと空間の移動は不可能になり逆に時間を移動可能になる
On the other side of the event horizon, moving freely through space becomes impossible, while moving freely through time becomes possible. I can't even imagine what that's like.
空間の移動が不可能だからブラックホールからの再脱出はできないと言える
Since unrestricted spatial movement is impossible, you can never escape a black hole.
例えば岡部がブラックホールに突入した場合に体験するのは永遠に引き伸ばされた時間なの
For example, if Okabe jumped into a black hole, time for him would stretch to infinity.
光が再脱出不可能ということは人の目にはどうやったってイベントホライゾンの向こう側は見ることができない
Since light cannot escape, human eyes cannot see the other side of the event horizon.
観測も証明も不可能
Observing a black hole from outside is impossible, so nothing about the inside can be proven.
ただし例外もあるタイムトラベルにカーブラックホールを使う場合この例外こそが重要なのよ
There is an exception, however. This exception is vital when you use a Kerr black hole for time travel.
もったいぶらずに教えてもらおうか
Get to the point.
カーブラックホールは特異点中心が回転してるわけだから核運動量が存在する
The Kerr black hole's ring singularity. Since it's spinning, it has angular momentum.
だから日本語でオケだって
Like I said, in Japanese, please.
中心点が回転してるってさっき説明したでしょその回転運動量って思えばいい
Didn't I already explain how the core spins? Just think of that as having momentum.
ミクちゃんとクロちゃんに電子を与え続けると自由に操ることができるわけだけど
If you keep giving Meek-chan and Crow-chan electrons, they'll rotate faster and faster.
カーブラックホールの特徴は核運動量が質量を上回るとイベントホライゾンがなくなって特異点が裸の状態になること
And when their angular momentum exceeds a certain threshold, the event horizon will disappear, and its singularity will become a naked singularity.
裸だと魔法少女のコスチュームは露出度高えというわけですなこれアニメ化まだ
Naked? You mean the magical girl costumes expose a lot of skin, right? When does the anime adaptation air? You. Yes, a naked singularity in actual English here, people, is a singularity usually concealed by its event horizon, which renders observation impossible. A naked singularity, though, is a singularity whose event horizon has been removed. It can therefore be observed and even travelled through. The existence of naked singularities is purely theoretical. It'd beat commuting to work, I'll tell you that much for free. Karisu and I ignore Dara's nonsense.
裸になることで観測不可能だったものが観測可能になるわけか
Naked. You mean it becomes observable?
イベントホライゾンがなくなることで時間と空間の役割が入れ替わる必要はなくなった。裸の得意点に向けてその入れ替わりを回避して突入できるようになる。
When the event horizon disappears, there's no more reason for time and space to change places, meaning that you can enter a naked singularity without being trapped.
そして裸の得意点の存在は一般相対性理論と因果律を破綻させるわ。
And then the existence of the naked singularity allows the principle of causality to be violated and the general theory of relativity to fail.
宇宙の法則が乱れるのよ。
The laws of physics are broken.
そんなもの存在できるのか。
Can such a thing exist? The negation of the theory of relativity and the principle of causality means serious paradoxes can occur. Didn't Karisu say that earlier?
これまでも存在する可能性は高いと予測されていた。矛盾するようだけど証明はされてる。
Aristotle, you do see Sailor Moon cosplays quite often, but it's weird, they've kind of fallen out of fashion. You don't normally see them as much now, it's a shame. I mean, I've never cosplayed any of the Sailor Scouts, which is probably to everyone's sanity advantage, to be honest. Nothing in principle stops curved black holes from existing. It seems inconsistent, but the math never lies.
因果律が破綻してるわけだから、その裸の得意点に突入すれば過去へ遡ることができる。
Since the principle of causality fails, it would be possible to travel to the past by entering a naked singularity. John Titus said the same thing. So Titus' time machine is using CERN's technology. I noticed the parentheses there from Avian. Are you reaching for the mind bleach? I wouldn't blame you if you were, to be fair. There were definitely no supreme fund of that day, I can assure you. But Titus' time machine is compact, small enough to fit into a car. The LHC is 27 kilometers long, but they managed to get it down to travel size in just 24 years?
わからないのは得意点に電子を注入する部分ね。
One thing I don't understand is how they inject electrons into the singularity.
見て、この LHC の写真だけど、陽子衝突地点に妙な機器が設置されてる。
Look, this is a picture of the LHC, but there's strange equipment installed at the proton collision site.
リフターっていう名前で呼ばれてるみたいだけど、一体何のことだか。
It looks like what they call a lifter, but just what is it? Oh, that's awesome, Avian. So one of the cons are out, conning your way. That's just someone who cosplays as Sailor Moon. That's awesome. I say we see quite a lot of it all the time. I mean, I've done Hukawa Toko and Genocide show before, so I've also done Amy Rose, so it's not uncommon. As I say, I don't know. I don't think I'd do a very good Sailor Jupiter, to be fair. So I'm going to leave that one on the shelf, I think. Plus, getting her boots in my size. Yeah, good fucking luck.
ダル聞いたことは。
Daru, have you heard of it?
リフターさっきの Z プログラムにもちらっと出てきたよな。ググってみる？
Lifter. I think I saw it in the Z program files. Wanna Google it? Daru opens up a browser window and enters Lifter into a search engine. Why doesn't he just search through the files instead of using Google for it? And I put my phone on Do Not Disturb so she can't randomly start searching for me. Yes, I've silenced you, Google, for once.
お、ヒットしてるし。
We've got hits. About 422,000 results.
こんなに？機密でも何でもないのかな？
That many? I guess it's not a secret.
もしかしてこれじゃないか。イオンクラフト。
Could this be it? Ionocraft?
イオン、つまり電荷を持った原子や分子のことね。意味としては一致する。
Ions are charged particles. The meaning matches. No, Avian, tell me more. Tell me more why you've never seen a Sailor Mars cosplay. Something about the heels. I'm not saying any more. But you can. We click on a link that says Ionocraft Lifter. It takes us to a video. Oh, we're actually gonna... Yeah, MewTube. They've even got the logo. Check it out. They've not even tried to hide it, have they? Looks like some dim garage. But it doesn't say, like, anything secretive. Just a garage like you'd see in an average American home. At the centre of the screen is a triangular shape made of some kind of metal. It looks about 10 centimetres high and about 30 centimetres wide. That's probably because of the aspect ratio of the screen you're looking at it in. And yeah, I remember that. That was a cool cosplay. I really like that one, actually. It's connected to some sort of generator by a thin wire. Looks like really cheap equipment. And that's all there is. Nothing else. After explaining something in some language I don't understand, Russian maybe, the person filming the video slowly turns the power on. So, Arista Jack, that's a fair point actually. Yeah, there's probably a channel for that now I think about it. And YouTube that's dedicated to Pokemon training its fans, but of course, I have a gigantic Pikachu. Check out this baby. So huggable. The person filming the video slowly turns the power on. And then... it's floating. The silvery triangle floats soundlessly into the air. I just realised I didn't put him back in the right place. Then it remains stationary. That's an anti-gravity device? Don't be ridiculous. That'll be the breakthrough of the century. It's called an ionocraft, so it probably has something to do with electrodes and charged air. Karisu doesn't sound as confident as she usually does. We look up information on the ionocraft lifter. Lots of sites have detailed instruction on how to make lifters, but I don't know how they work since the sites all give conflicting theories.
そのリフターにセルンが目をつけた。そしてタイムトラベルに必要な装置として組み込んでいる。
SERN is using this lifter technology. It's a vital component of their time machine.
ミクロ特異点の質量や重力場を操作できるとなれば、やはりこれは反重力装置ということだろう。
If they can manipulate a micro-singularity's mass and gravitational field, then these things really are anti-gravity devices. Well, under those exact conditions, I guess you might not be entirely wrong. Incredible. My curiosity is growing more by the second. But it looks like SERN's having trouble adjusting their lifter. They don't have full control over the micro-singularity's gravity, so they can't make a true naked singularity.
そのせいで被験者がゼリーマンになっていると見るべきだな。
That must be the reason why the subjects turned into jellymen. Karisu nods.
裸の特異点が作れていないなら、つまり被験者はブラックホールに放り込まれるのと同じだから、突入するだけで凄まじい質量によって押しつぶされるに決まってる。
Since the singularity is still closed, the subject is crushed by its tremendous gravity.
その結果、あらゆる物質がフラクタル構造になってしまったという仮説を提示してみる。実際はどうなってるのかさっぱり。調べるだけで何ヶ月もかかりそう。
As a result, substances become fractalized. Let's go with that hypothesis. Of course, there's no way to be sure that it's right. It might take months to prove. Karisu shrugs her shoulders in resignation.
リフターはまだ未完成か。
So CERN's lifter is still incomplete. If Taita is telling the truth, then CERN won't complete their time machine for another 24 years.
つまり俺たちが先に電話レンジカッコ仮を完成させればセルンを出し抜くことも可能というわけだ。
If we can complete the phone wave, name subject to change, first, then we'll have outwitted CERN.
規模が全然違う。それにセルンでさえ完成させていないのにあんたにできるわけないでしょ。
We don't have half the equipment or funding CERN does. What makes you think you can solve a problem that they can't?
これは簡単に解決できる問題じゃない。
This isn't that simple.
そもそも時間移動調整や時間跳躍後の場所指定の問題もセルンは解決できてないし。
CERN still hasn't figured out how to set the subject's destination in time or space.
ジェリーマンの発見時期や発見場所がバラバラなのも納得だわ。
That should be evident by how scattered the jellymen discoveries were.
例えば地の底とか宇宙空間とかに放り出されたゼリーマンもいるかもしれない。見つかってるゼリーマン以外にもね。というかその可能性は限りなく 100% に近い。
We don't even know if this is all of them. There could be jellymen buried underground or floating in space. Actually, I'm almost certain there are.
地球から何万キロも離れた宇宙空間に放り出されたらタイムトラベルしても無意味。全く実用的じゃないわ。
There's no point traveling through time if you end up tens of thousands of kilometers away from the Earth. It's not practical at all.
可変重力ロックシステムというようなものがあるとタイターは言っていた。それによって地球の重力を捉え必ず地球がある場所に到着できるようになると。
Taita said he had a variable gravity lock system. He can use that to lock onto the Earth's gravity and ensure he arrives somewhere on the planet's surface.
タイターの説明はその点については曖昧だわ。
Taita's explanation on that point was vague.
そういう機会があるというだけじゃ説明にはならない。
He mentioned having such a device, but he didn't explain how it worked.
でも時間移動したら同じ場所に出るだけじゃないの？
But if you're only moving through time, won't you just arrive in the same location? Didn't explain it, but was hunting an IBN 5000. Could Moeka be John Taita? Because that could be a pun of a name that's cute. Moe Ka. It would also explain all the constant spamming and chasing around. And hell, switching to different accounts wouldn't be too difficult as a way of hiding. I don't think it's going to be it, but that could be an answer. Moeka could well be John Taita, trying to use us to get the IBN 5000, well 5100. But if you're only moving through time, won't you just arrive in the same location?
出るわけないでしょ。
Of course not.
なんで？
Why not?
地球は常に動き続けているからだ。
Because the Earth is always moving.
そう。自転と公転。
Oh. Only if you believe the Earth is a sphere. There are those out there I do not speak the name of who believe the Earth is very different. The people who genuinely believe that Antarctica is a wall of ice to stop the seas from falling into space. These people exist. Oh yes, they do. Right. Rotation and revolution.
地球の自転速度は時速にしてだいたい1650キロ。
The Earth's rotational velocity is about 1,650 kilometers per hour.
公転速度は時速で考えるとおよそ11万4000キロ。
Its orbital velocity around the Sun is about 114,000 kilometers per hour.
1時間前にいた座標から私たちはそれだけ離れることになる。
Meaning 1 hour ago, we were that far away from where we are now.
おお、そう考えると僕たちってテラハヤス。
Whoa, when you think about it like that, we're earth-showeringly fast.
それだけじゃない。
And that's not all.
地球を含む太陽系はミルキーウェイに属している。ミルキーウェイは渦を巻いているところからわかる通り回転してるのよ。
And yep, you're quite right, Queen. Sad but true, they do exist out there. Oh, it's Ferris. What's Ferris one? Had you bought Phantasma's debut single? Yeah. It's the theme song for Rainet Kakiru, so it's really popular. Ferris bought 5 copies. It's my duty as a Rainetter. Anyway, there's an important secret hidden in Phantasm's songs. The key to unlock it is... Oops, the bell's ringing. Yeah, looks like someone is here. Better see who it is. Go on, I'm gonna report. What's that one? I'm aware. They are said to contain directions to the sanctuary, as well as prophecies regarding the end of the world. Isn't that right? Go on, I'm gonna send it. Sorry guys, let's go back to the time travel now that I talked about ending the world with Ferris. The solar system is part of the Milky Way, and the Milky Way spins like a giant whirlpool.
諸説あるけど、だいたい1日に5000万キロぐらい地球が移動する速さでね。
There are various theories, but basically the Earth moves about 50 million kilometers a day. How could she roll all those numbers so smoothly off her tongue? Well, she might be able to, but I can't. You've heard my attempts at being a VA, it was all bleh. Tongue-twisty and creepy. No, I'm not hiding any allegations. Not really. I get that she's a genius, but it's hardly common knowledge. Has she been doing research on the topic?
なんかもうスケールが途方もないぞな。
We've kinda gotten to a ludicrous scale.
ついでに言うと、ミルキーウェイを含む複数の銀河で銀河群が形成されているし、さらに上のグループとして超銀河団っていうのもある。
By the way, the Milky Way is part of a large cluster of galaxies, which is itself part of an even larger supercluster.
それらの銀河群も超銀河団も動いているかもしれないわけ。そうなるとさらに飛躍的に私たちの移動距離は伸びる。
And these clusters and superclusters might be moving too. If that's the case, we're moving even more than 50 million kilometers a day.
いずれにせよ、ほんの1秒前に飛ぼうとするだけでも膨大な局所場指定の計算が必要になるのよ。
The point is that setting the destination would require insane calculations, even if you only want to travel 1 second into the past. I can barely add the cost of my grocery bills together.
同じ場所に移動しようと思ったら、スパコンで計算したって解が出るまでに何年かかるか。
Doing it by hand is impossible, and it might take years for a supercomputer to come up with a solution just to get you to the same location. Maybe, but the fact of the matter is if 14 of these people have been sent through past and jellified in properties on Earth, they must have some kind of error ratio already down, because otherwise why haven't they been like shut out to Pluto or interstellar space, or even to the sun itself?
ならば仕方あるまい。ダイターを探し出し、その可変重力システムを借りようではないか。
Then we have no choice. We need to find Taita and borrow his variable gravity system.
それは明暗ね。せいぜい頑張って。
Great idea. Go for it.
この問題について、セルンはどうしようとしてるのかな。
I wonder how CERN is dealing with this problem. After blowing me off, Carissa goes back to reading CERN's documents. Dara and I aren't good with English, so there's nothing we can do but let her work. So looks like we've got an end of scene here. Oh, what's that, the morning? Yep. Now that we've got an hour into the game, and we're just, or an hour into this playthrough anyway, and we've just seen the new daybreak, let's do a quick save and carry on. Dawn breaks. We stayed up all night again. Fighting drowsiness, I refill my mug with instant coffee. I've already lost count of how many I've had. Now you see, the problem with that is, people might not know this, but if you drink a load of coffee, it's actually not good for staying awake. Because what happens is your body crashes. It gets the high, but then it wears off and you fall down. Because I've been researching this, obviously, because of the charity stream, which I've decided is going to happen on the 29th of May. 8 PM BST, going all the way through, if any luck, to 8 PM the following day, BST. Playing Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga in cosplay with your punishment challenges, you evil people. You evil, evil people that came up with them.
Okabe.
Okabe. Karisu hands her mug to me without looking away from the computer. I guess she expects me to refill it. Since when did I become her maid? She should ask Mayuri for stuff like this. Mayuri's a professional maid, after all. That said, Karisu's the one reading SERN's documents right now. Daru and I can't manage if we use a translation software, but we're nowhere near as efficient as she is. Well, it's not exactly what I had in mind when I said I wanted to borrow her knowledge. It just goes to show that I was right to make her a lab mem. She's an asset to the lab, for now at least. I should try not to upset her. And that's the plan, Avian, exactly. I was planning to do it on a Saturday all the way through the night into the Sunday. And then I've got the following week off work, so I can literally spend the Monday sleeping, getting myself back to normal. My idea is to literally finish at 8 PM on the Sunday evening, BST that is, go straight to bed, and hopefully be back to normal. That's the plan. Whether it comes to pass or not, we'll find out. I silently take the mug from Karisu, dump in the powdered coffee, and pour in hot water from the pot. And as for the cosplay, I've decided I'm going to do my Hukawa Toko cosplay from Danganronpa, because it's quite comfy and also quite warm, so it'll be good for the night shift. I've got more rules that I'll go through nearer the time, because I want to make sure they're all codified in advance. 2 packets of sugar, no milk. Karisu had already requested it the same way 5 times today. I mix it well and bring it over to Karisu. She doesn't immediately realise I'm standing behind her, so I hold the mug in front of her face. It's like, Karisu. Karisu, kohi o nomimashou ka? Or in English, don't you want to drink coffee? Karisu takes it without turning.
Arigato.
Thanks. Her eyes never leave the screen. She's completely absorbed in SERN's research. Even though she was adamant when she called them traitors to scientists everywhere, she's not above picking their brains. But I understand how she feels. I'm itching to know more myself. Daru's fast asleep on the sofa. His snoring is quite loud. Furthermore, it sounds like he has sleep apnea. Not going to comment on that because I don't know anything about it personally. I get the feeling it probably sucks though. I'm surprised Karisu has been able to ignore it. Is she just that focused? I decide to watch some TV. As always, the news channels are all covering the Radican satellite crash.
人工衛星墜落から5日が経過した秋葉原ですが、夏休みシーズンに入ったということもあり、放置されたままの人工衛星を一目見ようと多くの人が詰めかけています。
5 days have passed since the satellite crash, and with the start of summer vacation season, crowds are gathering to get a glimpse of the satellite, which still has not been removed. I came from Nagoya. I wanted to see it. Who's messaged me? Part-time warrior has, so it's thinking downstairs. I'm so hungry. I had to skip breakfast again today. I don't have much money on hand. Are there any good places to find insects or weeds around here? I can survive by using my survival skills if I have to. You eat insects hardcore, or... What kind of childhood did you have? Ooh. Do I say that she eats and she's hardcore? I'm gonna go with that one, it sounds safer. Ah, right, so yes, Alien, you say it's about like you yeah, you stop breathing randomly. Jeez, that's gotta suck. And ow, wow, Crane, so it can get that bad you need a machine. You think that's what Daru has? That must be awful. That must be a really awful thing to suffer with. Or to live with, should I say, rather than suffer. I drove all the way from Saitama. It's amazing. Where did that thing come from? Yatta! I'm a high school girl from Chiba!
というように日本全国からわざわざ駆けつける人もいるようです。
Tourists from all over Japan are flocking to this location.
一方、今日未明、NASA アメリカ航空宇宙局のスポークスマンマイケル・バーン氏は会見で
In an interview earlier today, Michael Byrne, spokesman for NASA, stated,
日本に人工衛星が墜落した事実はないと語り、墜落した物体が人工衛星以外の物体であることを示唆しました。
that no satellite objects had crashed in Japan, and that the crashed object was, in fact, not even a satellite.
警察によりますと、墜落した人工衛星については現在調査中であり、撤去する時期のめどは立っていないとのことです。
The satellite is currently under police investigation. No date for removal has been set. Is it really under investigation? Oh, wow, Queen. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I can understand that if you got her off the mask. Oh, God, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I'm trying to picture that. And oh, God, no. Yeah, I'd hate that. Oh, I would hate that. I would hate that. This could be another plot by the organizer. Good morning. Oh wait, should I say good afternoon? The door unlocks from outside and Mayuri comes in. She has a convenience store bag in hand. There are various food items inside, but it doesn't look like they're for us. Wow, the air in here is so thick. The three of us probably look pretty haggard since we stayed up all night. But it's hard to put on a bright smile now that I know about SERN. I'll refresh the air. Mayuri opens the window wide. The sky is so blue it hurts my eyes. Oh, I've done that first thing in the morning. Close the curtains! Large clouds listlessly drift on the wind. It truly is a refreshing sight. That makes sense, Queer. So if you depending on how you breathe, there's certain mass for it, and yeah, I can definitely see why that'd be a big problem. But wow, that's yeah. I don't know what to really say about that. It must be absolutely awful. Honestly, I feel really sorry that anyone has to suffer that, and that you have it like that. It must be awful. Yeah, Avian, the light, it burns. For pure vampire mode. I am secretly Dracula. Well, no, I'm not. I'm nowhere near cool enough. I'm here right now. How can I possibly be cool? Mayuri's appearance makes Daru get up with a grimace. Kiritsu also finally moves away from the computer, sipping her hot coffee while rubbing her eyes. I glance at the clock, then go to the center of the room and call for attention.
いい機会だ。ラボメンが全員集合したところだし、久々に円卓会議を開こうと思う。
Since all labmems are present and accounted for, this is the perfect opportunity to hold another round-table conference. Roundabout confluence?
なんぞそれ
What's that?
ラボメンによる報告会。ミーティングだ。
A meeting of labmems.
そんなのこれまでにやったことあったっけ
Have we ever done that before?
そもそも円卓なんてどこにあるのよ。
Do you even have a round table?
実物はない。だが、我らラボメンの心の中にはある。そうだろう
Not physically. However, it exists in the hearts of all labmems. Am I mistaken?
そうだろ？じゃなかろうが。勝手に人の心の中に変なもの持たせないで。
Yes, you're mistaken. Don't go sticking things in people's hearts.
マヨシーにもあるかな。
Is there one in Mayashi too?
ああ、あるさ。
Of course there is.
そっか、よかった。でも円卓って何？
Oh, that's good. But what's surroundable?
てかなんで円卓？アーサー王？
And why a round table? You King Arthur?
そもそも私はラボメンといっても期間限定だし。
I'm only a temporary labmem anyway. Right, so in which case then, Okabe is quite obviously King Arthur. Daru's Lancelot. I'm trying to think who Mayashi would be. And then finally, in the centre, Karisu is Mordred. But I'm trying to think who the oh god, what? Guinevere. That's who Mayashi is. Mayashi's Guinevere. I said that I didn't pay much attention in class to history earlier. There's the proof. These people whine about every little thing.
とにかく円卓会議だ。マイリは昨日の夜はいなかったので、ひとまず今の俺たちの置かれた状況を教えておく。
Anyway, it's a roundtable conference. Myri wasn't here last night, so first, let's explain the situation to her. I tell Myri about everything we discovered in her absence. About how SERN is making a time machine. About jellymen. About how Men in Black might be coming to erase us for what we know.
悪いことは良くないよって言ったのに。
I told you, you shouldn't do bad things.
悪いだろ俺たちが。何をバカな。
Bad, you say? We are bad? Absurd.
それを言うならばセルンの方がよほど悪。世界だけでは飽き足らず、時空までも手に入れようと企んでいる連中だ。
If we're bad, then SERN is even worse. They aren't satisfied with ruling the world. Now they want to get their hands on space-time itself. I mean, I don't know, Avian. I mean, like, Daru seems to like Mayashi and the maid, so it does make sense for him to be Lancelot in that respect, but, well, who else would he be? I'm just trying to think. Again, despite being British, I didn't really pay much attention to that. Even though Knights of Round is still the greatest Final Fantasy summon ever, and it's a crime that it's only appeared in one game. There's a reason why, obviously. It's the most OP thing in the world.
同意するわ。
I agree. For some reason, Karisu backs me up.
セルンのやってることは社会的にも人間的にも、そして研究者としても許されることじゃない。
What CERN is doing is unforgivable. They're traitors to humanity, to society, and to science.
そうだけど。
I guess. She doesn't sound convinced. I didn't want to get Mayuri involved, but she's surprisingly perceptive. She'd find out even if we kept it a secret, so it's better just to tell her.
いずれにせよこれで我がラボとセルンとのラグナロックは避けられなくなった。
Anyway, Ragnarok can no longer be averted. The final battle with CERN is near, so now we're going for a Camelot cross with Norse feeling. Scriptwriters, get me a movie with Norse Camelot knights. I want to shoot it tomorrow. It's going to be the next big thing, the next big blockbuster. A large part of me is still afraid, but we've come too far to turn back now. And absolutely, Avian, you say you spam Knights of Round, double and then mimic against the weapons. Against Emerald Weapon, that's exactly what I did. Against Ruby Weapon, I was even cheaper. I used Hades, then Knights of the Round and mine. Ruby Weapon never got to attack me because he was always paralysed. I've got a video on my YouTube channel, part 15 of my Final Fantasy playthrough. Some years ago though, it's like... Good, I can't think, it might even be 6 years old to that video. It's a very long time ago. We can't unlearn what we know.
ラグナロック？
Ragnarok?
また北欧神話か。
Norse mythology again?
クリスティーナ、お前にはセルン調査について命じていたな。何か新たに分かったことは？
Christina, I ordered you to investigate CERN. What have you learned?
命じられた覚えはないけどね。
I don't remember being ordered, but whatever. Let's have a quick look of a quick examination of the art while we got the chance. Say, interesting couple of things here. First of all, Amazon exists in their world. You can see that right there. They've got such old tech. They've got an old CRT monitor and an old VHS recorder. A couple of minor Easter eggs in the background like that.
セルンがタイムトラベルにおいて抱えている問題点は2つ。
There are two problems CERN faces with time travel.
1つは電子注入装置リフターの調整。
First is the electron injection device, also known as a lifter. Transformers and King Arthur. Can't say I'm familiar with that, I'm afraid, Avian. Cannot say I'm familiar with it.
これがうまく機能しないとカーブラックホールの得意点を裸にできない。
Unless they get it to function properly, they can't make the Kerr black hole singularities naked.
この状態で得意点を通過しようとすれば超重力によって被験者はミクロレベルまで圧縮されてしまう。
If you
当
send
然
the,
無事ではいられないわ。
if you send the test subject through the singularity in its current state, the supergravity compresses them to the micro level. Naturally, there's no way to survive. I apologise, just need to very quickly go to the other room for a second. We're back in a second, people. Just need to quickly go AFK. Right, apologies about that, people. As I say, I was just heard something fall down in the other room. I thought I might have had like one of my shelves collapse. I've had one of those shelves on a mini bracket, but it's holding. It wasn't that. It was one of my plates has fallen to the back side of my sink. Moving back on, let's carry on with the rest of the game, shall we?
それとタイムトラベル先の局所場指定ができないことが2点目。得意点を抜けてどこへ出るかの指定ができない。
The second problem is that they can't specify a physical destination. They can't choose where they end up after travelling to the past. And, it was like a train wreck with three separate mini-movies together, Transformers and King Arthur. Yeah, I'm gonna pass, Avian. I'm gonna pass.
だから各地で見つかっている14人のゼリーマンはむしろ運がいい方だったと言うべき。
That's why I'd say the 14 found jellymen were the lucky ones.
人体実験は2001年から100回以上行われていた。つまり残りの80人以上はどこへ飛ばされたのかすら確認できていないということ。
Over 100 human experiments have been performed since 2001. The remaining 80 or so people ended up somewhere they still can't be found.
なんで確認できないの？
Why can't they be found?
まあ言うし、そんなことも知らんの？地球は常に動いてるんだよ。自転速度は時速にして1500キロ、公転速度は11万4000キロで。
No worries, Arista Jack. You gotta get yourself off and get some sleep. That's absolutely fine. And yep, I'm gonna double check to make sure nothing falls off. If I'm gonna do the 24-hour stream, I'll make sure the property is very, very secure before I do. Don't worry about that. Have a good night, mate. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Didn't you know, Maeshi? The world is constantly moving. Its rotational speed is 1,500 kilometers per hour, and its orbital speed is 114,000 kilometers per hour. Daru's tone is authoritative, but he's just relaying what he heard from Karisu last night.
セルンは その2点について解を模索してるみたいだけど、うまくいってないみたい。
CERN has been looking for solutions, but it's not going well. So even CERN is having difficulties.
それで助手よ。セルンのタイムマシンから電話レンジカッコ仮のヒントになるようなものは見つかったか？
Now then, have you learned anything that could help us complete the phone wave? Name subject to change.
ヒントね。
Creasu stares at the ceiling in thought. No, she's not. She's staring at the wall. She's not staring at... Look where her eyeline is. That ain't the ceiling. That'd be the ceiling.
そもそも LHC は世界一巨大な電子レンジなんて異名もあるぐらいだけど。
Well, I suppose you could call the LHC the world's largest microwave oven.
そうか。つまり電話レンジカッコ仮は LHC の縮小版ということだな。
Of course! In other words, the phone wave, name subject to change, is a miniature LHC.
あながち間違ってないかもね。
You might be onto something there. I was sure she'd deny it. In fact, I thought she'd yell at me. But instead, she agreed with me. It throws me off a little.
もっとも電話レンジはわからないことが多すぎる。なんでセルンのタイムマシンと同じような現象をあの小さな電子レンジで起こせるのか。
However, there are too many things we don't know about the phone wave. Why do the same phenomena that occur in CERN's time machine also occur in that tiny little microwave?
LHC と違ってこれはタイムトラベルのために作られたものじゃないのよ。
Unlike the LHC, this thing wasn't made for time travel.
マユシーの唐揚げを温めるためのものだよね。
It was made to warm Mayushi's chicken.
まあそうね。
But, well, yeah.
少なくともゼリーマンという現象が電話レンジカッコ仮でも起きているのだから、マユリのバナナはカーブラックホールのリング上得意点に到達していると考えるべきだ。
Since the jellyman phenomenon occurs with the phone wave, name subject to change, Mayuri's bananas must be reaching the curved black hole's ring singularity.
ブラックホールができてるの？ここに？
It makes a black hole here?
吸い込まれないかな？
It won't suck us in, will it? If it sucks us in, we become jellymen too.
でも放電現象の仕組みや発生条件が解明できてない。
But we still haven't figured out the electric discharge phenomenon, or the conditions required to cause it.
この前の実験だと放電現象が起きた時にだけ過去へメールを送れたお。
During our experiments earlier, we were only able to send emails to the past during the discharge.
まだ2度しか成功していないが、その放電現象が意味するのは電荷、すなわち電子注入の可能性が高い。
Although it hasn't happened again, that discharge phenomenon could very well signify the injection of charge. That is, electrons.
それが発生した時だけ得意点への道が開けるのだ。
And only when it occurs does the path to the singularity open.
放電現象の原因はわからないじゃない。
We don't know the cause of the discharge phenomenon.
それはこれから調べる。
That's what we need to find out.
そもそも過去へ送れるメールはデジタルデータであって物体じゃないわ。そこがセルンのタイムマシンと決定的に違っている。
In the first place, the emails we're sending to the past are digital data, not physical objects. That's a definite difference from CERN's time machine.
いや、やることは同じだ。デジタルデータが得意点を通り抜けないと誰か保証したのか？人間サイズの物体を通り抜けさせるよりよほど簡単だと思うが。
No, we're doing the same thing. Who's to say that digital data can't go through a singularity? I think it would be easier than sending something human-sized.
まあ確かに。
Well, I suppose that's true.
あのね、メールって言うから混乱するんだと思うな。
You know, the way you guys talk about email...
本物の紙飛行機にした手紙がピューンって飛んでいくイメージなんだよ、きっと。
It makes me think of folding a letter into a paper plane and making it go zoom, you know?
むしろ光線だろう。光デジタルデータみたいな。
It's more like a beam of light, like optical digital data. Fiber optic internet, incredibly fast. Also, at the moment though, incredibly expensive. I want fiber to the port, damn it. I want fiber to the property, damn it. I want my 1 gigabit internet. Which I'll get in about 20 years probably.
ところで、過去へ送れるメールは言いにくいな。名前を付けようではないか。
By the way, it's a pain to keep saying emails sent to the past. Let's give it a proper name.
またかっこつけ？
I've got a bad feeling about this.
またとか言うな。この法王院教魔をバカにしているのか。
What's that supposed to mean? You dare mock Hyoin Kyoma?
どうせへんてこな名前をつけたいんでしょ？
You just want to give it some oddball name, don't you?
変ってことは失敬だな。ならば発表しよう。俺はこの過去へ送れるメールという現象についてこう名付けた。その名も
How rude. Heed me. I shall name the phenomenon of email sent to the past as follows. The name shall be
ノスタルジアドライブ。
Nostalgia Drive.
わかりにくい。却下。
Confusing. Rejected.
貴様、調子の分際で却下できる権限があると思っているのか。
Why you? Who gave you the authority to reject my ideas? You're just an assistant.
じゃあ多数決する？ノスタルジアドライブに賛成の人。
Then why don't we take a vote? All in favor of Nostalgia Drive. My hand shoots into the air, but nobody follows suit.
裏切ったな、ダルマユリ。
Have you forsaken me? Daru! Mayuri!
クリスチャンの言う通りだと思うな。マユシーはそんな長い名前は覚えられません。
Christian's right. It's too hard for Mayushi to remember.
中二病すぎだろ、上皇。
It's way too tuney, man. Traitors.
ならばお前たちには自分で考えたとっておきのネーミングがあるのだろうな。まさか我が案を否定しておいてノープランとは言わせんぞ。
As you say, Evan, that's right. Flat out denied. Gives me shades of Yucatan that time when I'm in class. It must be fate. Fate? Yeah, right. It's the same kind of vibe. Fine. Then let's hear alternatives. Don't tell me you rejected my idea without having any bright ideas of your own.
やっぱりわかりやすさ重視にすべきだと思う。時間を遡っているメールなんだから、そこをメールでいいんじゃない？
I think it needs to be something easy to understand. It's an email that regresses through time. So how about retro mail?
そこってどういう意味？
What does retro mean? Mayuri is busy eating strawberry jelly. No, she's not. No, she isn't. She's not eating a strawberry jelly at all. That's an onigiri. You're putting some Pokemon shit on me here, game. That's not a donut or a strawberry jelly. It's a fucking onigiri. Translators, are your brains in your ass? We're not Fox fucking kids. It's an onigiri. Onigiri. Change it.
今のマユリの反応が答えだ、クリスティーナ。わかりやすい名前をつけるべきと言っておきながら、ちっともわかりやすくないではないか。
Sounds like you have your answer, Christina. You said it should be easy to understand, but it wasn't easy to understand at all, was it?
それはまゆりさんが。
But that's because Mayuri-san is...
あ、なんでもない。
never mind.
もしかして今、マユリがバカだからと言おうとしたか？
Were you about to say because Mayuri's dumb?
違うわよ。
No.
クリスチャン、マユシーのことバカだと思ってるのかな？
Chris-chan, do you think Mayushi is dumb?
思ってない。 これっぽっちも思ってないから誤解しないで。
I don't. I promise I don't. Okay? Somehow, Karisu manages to glare at me even while soothing Mayuri.
時をかけるメールの一択だろう。
I vote the male who let through time. That is a Studio Ghibli reference, for those of you who don't know. There's a famous anime from their series called The Girl Who Let Through Time. She had this power to basically time travel. She only had a limited number of leaps. And she did it to... It was a weird romance story. I'll be honest, I was disappointed by it. Compared to the likes of Spirited Away, or the likes of Princess Mononoke, or the likes of Howl's Moving Castle. The Girl Who Let Through Time was a big disappointment. And Ava, you say she's sweet but not bright. Nix.
少し表現が硬いな。言いにくい。
That's too stiff. It's hard to say.
オカリンのノスタルなんとかだって十分長いじゃんか。それにこれは映画のタイトルを。
It's better than your nostalgic expialidocious nonsense. And mine makes a movie title reference. Nostalgistic expialidocious. Oh my god. We managed to put a fucking Mary Poppins reference in here as well, of all fucking things. What's that got to do with time travel? Don't get me wrong, it's got a lot to do with physical impossibilities like the bottomless bag and being able to fly on an umbrella. So maybe it's a better reference than I thought.
ロマンがあればいいのだ、ロマンが。
That's not cool. It needs to be cool.
そんな理由で却下かよ。
You're rejecting it for that?
あ、トゥットゥルー。マユシも思いついたよ。
Tudu, Mayashi has an idea.
あのね、バックトゥーザメール。映画のタイトルとね、メールをくっつけてみました。
How about back to the mail? I took a movie title and changed the word to mail.
マユシ、映画のタイトルネタはもう僕がやったって。
I already did the movie joke, Mayashi.
それに意味が微妙に違ってきてると思う。
Besides, I think the meaning is a little off. She probably meant mail to the future, but our emails go to the past. Right, speaking of mail... it's... if you cook them right, they can taste surprisingly good. in response to eating insects.
意味とかじゃなくて、映画のタイトルとメールをくっつけて。
It's not about the meaning. I took a movie title and changed the word to mail.
いずれにせよ長い。
I'm glad you found that all quite funny there, Raven, but then you did a deep sigh, so something pulled the rug out from underneath the laughter. It was probably me. It was definitely me. Either way, it's too long.
じゃあ、デロリアンメールとか。
Then how about DeLorean mail?
もう何のメールかさっぱりわからないではないか。
That doesn't even say what kind of email it is.
ねえ、こんなくだらないことに時間取ってる場合じゃないでしょ。もういっそのこと略して D メールにしなさいよ。
Hey, we don't have time for this nonsense. Let's just abbreviate it to D mail and move on.
いや、しかしそれでは味気なさすぎるというか。
But that's boring.
味気なかろうが味気があろうがどうでもいい。
I don't care if it's boring. Shut down. And he admits it. He stands for her. This is the proof. He's accepted it. He's accepted his contrition. He's going to have the huge thumbprint right here. Not that I could criticise. I've not got anyone who could possibly put a thumbprint on my head anyway. Anytime I had any kind of relationship, it got shot down in flames. So, I'm happy on my own. For now. Carisu's influence in the lab seems to have grown significantly these past few days.
じゃあ D メールに決定します。
D-mail it is! Mayashi finished with her onigiri, not her jelly, her onigiri, proclaims in satisfaction. Wait, when did Mayuri become a moderator?
で、なんで D メールみたいな現象が起きるん？
So why does the D-mail phenomenon occur?
リング得意点への道が開いているからだ。何度も言っているだろう。
Because the path through the ring singularity is open. We've been through this already.
ブラックホールが発生しているのかどうかは確認できていない。単にセルンのタイムマシンと偶然似てるだけで、実は全く違う現象かもしれない。
We don't know if there's actually a black hole at work here. It could be an entirely different phenomenon that just happens to resemble CERN's experiments.
焦って結論を出すのは危険よ。
It's dangerous to jump to conclusions. She's right.
お前は自分たちでタイムマシンを作りたいとは思わないのか？そのために危険を冒してセルンにハッキングまでしたのだぞ。
Why so timid? Don't you want our time travel experiments to succeed? That's why we put our lives on the line to hack CERN. But yeah, she's right though. I mean, it is dangerous to jump to conclusions. Jumping to conclusions only leads to false endings. Usually, anyway. That's usually the path to the bad ending. Which I almost did in Persona 4 first time I played through. Almost being the key word. Almost.
今語るべきは電話レンジカッコ仮をタイムマシンとして使えるようにするにはどうしたらいいかだ。
What we need to do is figure out how to turn the phone wave, name subject to change, into a usable time machine.
でもさ、僕たちにできると思うん？
Do you really think that's possible?
できるかどうかではない。やるのだ。
There is no think, only do.
何よその精神論至上主義。あんたって無能なトップの典型ね。
Oh, straight fire from Kurisu there. What? Did you read that off a motivational poster? You are the classic incompetent boss. Yes, like a boss I'm not going to name, but you know who you are, and you're forever on my shit list. You're the classic incompetent boss. I will never ever forgive you, you twat. You know who you are. Not like you're watching my stream. If you are, how the fuck did you find it?
おのれ。狂気のマッドサイエンティスト、法院教魔に対して何たる言い草だ。
Damn you! You dare to insult the insane mad scientist, Hyoin Kiyoma?
まあそもそもオカリンは別にトップじゃないけど。
Well, it's not like Okaran's the boss anyway.
いかにも。俺はラボの象徴であってトップではない。
Indeed, I am the symbol of this lab, not the boss.
象徴だかなんだか知らないけど、どうやって電話レンジをタイムマシンとして使えるようにするか、その具体的な解法を教えてよ。
I don't know what you mean by the symbol, but how do you plan to turn the phone wave into a time machine? Let's have details. It's like, when you say love that line, Evian, I guess you mean the incompetent boss line. Is that the one you mean?
解放か。そうだな。一つある。
My plan. Alright. There is one thing.
放電現象が起きるか起きないかはランダムだと思っているようだが、俺には仮説があるのだ。
We've been thinking that the electrical discharge happens at random, but I have a hypothesis.
どういうこと？
Which is? I look at my watch. It's past noon.
発生条件の再現だよ、クリスティーナ。昨日の夜、いろいろ検討したはずだぞ。そして俺たちは最も単純で最も決定的な条件を見ようとしていた。
Recall the conditions when it occurred, Christina. We experimented through the night with no results, but there's one variable we overlooked. The simplest, most definitive variable of all.
すなわち、発生時刻だ。
That is, the time of the occurrence. Huh?
過去2回の放電現象が起きた時間を調べてみたんだが、
I checked the times of the two previous occurrences.
それによれば、俺が誰の携帯に送った時に偶然発生した最初の D メールは、だいたい12時から13時の間。
When I accidentally sent the first D-mail to Daru's phone, it happened between noon and 1 p.m.
そして2回目。 俺たち4人全員が目撃した D メールは18時頃に発生している。
The second time, when all four of us observed the D-mail, it was 6 p.m.
つまりその2つの時間帯に実験をすればあるいは再現が可能かもしれないのだ。
So if we perform the experiment within that time frame, we might be able to reproduce the effect.
早速やってみましょう。
Let's try it right now. Karisu bolts into the development room, suddenly bursting with enthusiasm.
それにしてもこの助手ノリノリである。
Well, I'm glad to see she has her priorities straight.
マユシーのバナナずいぶん減ったね。また買ってこなくちゃ。
Mayushi's banana supply is getting low. Gotta buy more. Yeah, as I say, Avian, you're in the same boat as me. You've had a few incompetent mosses and you still hold a grudge on one specific one. Yep, I'm in exactly the same boat. That one knows who they are. If I ever cross paths with them again, and they have the temerity to say, "Hey, how you doing? Been a long time," the one word I'd say was, "Fuck off and die, you incompetent twat," and walk away. Harsh? Yes. Fair? Well, definitely fair. 100% fair. Only one banana remains untouched. We got rid of the jellified bananas and then we ate the rest.
ごめんね、まゆりさん。後で新しいバナナ買ってくるから。
Sorry, Mayuri-san. I'll go buy you some new bananas later.
本当？嬉しいな。
Really? Yay!
オカリンやダル君はね、バナナ勝手に食べてもちっとも買ってきてくれないのです。
Okabe and Daru can eat my bananas, but they never buy new ones. I'll be sure to amend that in the future. A bunch of bananas is a small price to pay in order to bring chaos to the world. There's a movie line for you. A bunch of bananas is a small price to pay in order to bring chaos to the world. I've heard stupider lines for like a Street Fighter. I beheld Satan! It's up that kind of level of camp and ham. Karisu picks the last banana off the stem, leans under the table, and places it inside the foam wave.
まずはゼリーマンになるか試してみる。
First, let's see if it'll become a jellyman. She tries to get up and gloriously bangs her head underneath the table.
ロジックアピールはよせ。
I've done that myself, it's never fun. Ooh. Yep, we have indeed heard about that one, Queen. The one who tried to fire you and you did the classic reverse Uno card and went, no you. Fantastic. Oh, Avian. Oh, God. I can relate, but not to that level. Saying that they almost gave you panic attacks. Yeah, I had a similar thing with the boss in question at mine. Yeah, there's a reason they're on my shit list. I'm not even using a pronoun for them. I don't want to highlight who they are. I don't want to give them the satisfaction.
しとらんわ。
It was an accident. Karisu gets up, blushing embarrassment with tears in her eyes.
このレンジの配置なんとかしろ。危ないしめんどくさい。
Put the microwave somewhere else. It's dangerous and hard to reach like this.
床に穴が開いてしまうから無理だ。
It'll punch through the floor if we put it on the table.
クリスちゃん、クリスちゃん。痛いの、飛んでけ。
Christian, pain, go away. Mayuri pats the back of Karisu's head, then sweeps her hand through the air.
サンクス、まゆりさん。
Thanks, Mayuri-san. Oh, Avian, that sucks. An extra half desk on top of your regular caseload. Fuck that. Christ. And yet, Queen, someone making you go home like that. If anyone pushed it to that level of breaking point, I would have taken action my own way. The kind of way where they won't be able to find the evidence afterwards. Ah, yes, Avian. Give your work that's unmanageable, and then when you ask for help for it, make it sound like you're the problem and you're asking for too much help. It's a classic 101 of a manager who has no fucking idea what they're doing. Karisu pulls herself together, types on her phone, and activates the phone wave. Name subject to change. The banana inside the microwave begins to slowly spin backwards as the timer counts down. Karisu, who is peering into the microwave, suddenly shouts in surprise. The banana has vanished. At the exact same moment, the banana reappears on its stem, jellified.
Ooh.
Whoa!
バナになったね。
It became a gel banana.
やはり俺の予想通り発生条件は時間帯だったな。
Just as I suspected, the critical variable was time. I was a little anxious about the result, but it all worked out. I outwitted the impertinent genius girl. Now my position as symbol of the lab is secure.
やるわね、岡部。あまりに単純すぎて気づけなかった。
Way to go, Okabe. It was so simple, I didn't notice it. Yeah, Queen, you hung in there at the crucial point and was rewarded for your efforts, so I'm glad that that guy is in the rearview mirror for you. Wow, Avian, yeah, if they scammed you out that many hours, I would have definitely sued. I'd have took him for as much money as I could possibly get. Considering my country's not really a suing country, it's amazing how many times I mentioned lawsuits and litigation. Karisu says with a slightly sulky expression.
悔しいのか？それでも俺に3時の言葉を送る姿勢は評価してやろう。
You praised as you credit, Christina, but I know you're frustrated you didn't think of it first.
それより D メールが再現できるかについても確認しないと。
Anyway, let's see if we can send another D-mail. Karisu ignores my proud mufter and excitedly starts typing out a mail.
この法を隠居ものいいがクリスティーナのせいでどんどん落ちていく。
I feel like my authority's been on the decline since that girl showed up.
もともと威厳はないと思う。
It's cool, man. You never had any to begin with. Oh! Boo 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 boo. My favourite line. The manager in question I had a problem with actually said, "You undermine my authority," and I actually replied, "I can't undermine what doesn't exist." Yeah, that was a very bitter fight between me and my boss over that one. But by God, did that feel good when I said it to their face. The ensuing 9-month-long disciplinary investigation warfare afterwards wasn't so nice, but I digress.
いいからそこの男子2人手伝って。岡部、あんたの携帯にメール送るから。
Help me, you two. Okabe, I'm sending an email to your phone. When did I become her assistant? Answer, when she was more intelligent than you. I grind my teeth in frustration, but I do as I'm told and insert my phone into the phone wave. Name subject to changes, slot.
ねえねえクリスちゃん、なんて送るの？
What are you gonna send, Chris-chan? Yeah, Avian, if any place did that to you where your physical health was at risk because you couldn't set time off to get better because they wouldn't do your work, companies like that don't deserve to exist. In my opinion, they deserve to fold. Mayuri presses up against Karisu and sneaks a peek at Karisu's phone.
別に意味のある文章である必要はない。送れるかどうかを確認できさえすればいいんだから。
It doesn't matter what it says. What matters is whether we can send it or not. Huh?
Okabe was an air.
Let me see. Okabe is an air...
待て、そこの助手、何を打ち込んでいる？
Wait, you there, assistant. What are you typing?
さあね。準備いい？送るわよ。
You'll see. Ready? I'm sending it. Darrow's already set the microwave's timer for the X68000. There's nothing inside, but the microwave still operates. The countdown starts from 120. This is where timing counts. We know that we have to open the microwave door during the operation, but we still don't know when to send the mail. For now, we'll do them simultaneously. Karisu readies her finger on the phone's send button. I grasp the microwave's door handle. Mayuri seeks cover.
じゃあカウントするぜ。
Starting the countdown! The microwave timer soon indicates 70.
3、2、1、0。
3, 2, 1, 0! Karisu presses send, and at nearly the same instant, I open the microwave door. Yeah!
来たぞ。
It's working! It's working, you guys! Lightning crackles in the air. The cushion underneath the foam wave, name subject to change, collapses under the weight. The floor starts creaking. It's exactly like the discharge phenomenon that occurred before. The discharge lasts for about 10 seconds. After it subsides, we stare at the foam wave, name subject to change, with bated breath. Luckily, it didn't break through the floor.
メール届いた？
Did it arrive? I disconnect my phone from the foam wave, name subject to change, and check my mail. Karisu stands beside me and peers at the screen. Assistant 728. Airhead. Okabe isn't. There's an email there. 2 of them, even. And they're written in English. The timestamps are from 5 days ago. Karisu starts laughing when she sees the mail, even though she's the one who wrote it. The Okabe in the first one is obviously my name. But what does airhead in the second one mean? My English is shaky. Is she saying my head can fly or something? Bruh, come on. Airhead is a very, very common word throughout the world. If someone mentions being an airhead, we usually know what they're saying. In fact, in Revelations Persona, wasn't the character called Alana referred to as an airhead? I remember that from the point when I said she looked like Antakamaki. I'm sure that was the dialogue used. That particular Alana was, because she didn't join my party and join the fight. I don't even know what happened to her. She disappeared from the game. Much like my favourite character, Yuki. I'm still annoyed that I couldn't have her in my party in that game. Whatever. I may not know what it means, but I do know this. My assistant is making fun of me. But that doesn't matter right now.
クリスティーナ、お前はメールを2通送ったのか？
Christina, did you send 2 mails?
ううん。送ったのは1通だけ。
Eh? No, I only sent 1.
マユシーも見たよ。あのね、本当に1通だった。
Mayushi saw it too. She really only sent 1.
しかし2通受信しているぞ。
But I received 2.
そうね。1つの文章だったのに。分割されてる。
You're right. I even sent it in 1 sentence, but it got divided.
ちなみにこの文章の意味は？
By the way, what does this word mean?
自分で調べれば？
Why don't you look it up? I guess she doesn't want to answer.
そういえばさ、この前の D メールも文章は途中で切れてたよな。
That reminds me, The D-mail from before was cut up mid-sentence too.
そうだったか
Was it?
そうそう、着歴見てみなよ。僕は確かオカリンは変態って送ったはずだお。
Yeah, look at your history. I'm pretty sure I sent Okarin's a perv.
確かにこちらも2つに分割されているな。
You're right. This one got split too.
何が原因なのかしら。
I wonder what's causing it.
ゼリーマンと関係があるかもしれん。
Maybe it's related to the jellymen.
でもマユシーはね、どうして5日前に届いたかの方が気になります。
Mayushi wants to know why it arrived 5 days ago.
確かに前に送った時も5日前に届いてたわよね。
Good point. Didn't the last one also arrive 5 days before we sent it?
ああ、そうだった。
Yeah, it did.
なんか法則性でもあるんじゃね？
Is there some kind of rule for when it arrives?
じゃあさ、もっとじゃんじゃん送ってみようよ。
Let's try sending more. Maya is right. Now that we've figured out how to send emails, we should keep experimenting and collect as much data as we can.
よし、ラボメンよ、全員配置につけい。
Alright, labmems, battle stations!
また始まった。
He's at it again.
これより D メール実験を可能な限り連続で行う。
Our mission, to send as many D-mails as possible.
ダルはテケロッパにて電話レンジカッコ仮の監視、調整、情報収集。
Daru, man the S68,000. Your job is to observe, adjust, and gather information on the phone wave. Name subject to change.
助手はメールを打ち続けろ。さまざまなパターンの文章を試せ。日本語、英語、全角半角、絵文字。内容は問わん。
Assistant, keep those mails coming. Try various patterns of text, Japanese, English, full width, hard width, emoticons. The actual messages don't matter. I'm sure Shining Finger would be better for the job, but since she's not a lab mem, I'll leave it to Karisu.
マユシーは？
What about Mayushi?
マユリには買い出しを命じる。とりあえずバナナを買ってきてくれ。金はこの法院京馬が出す。
Your mission is to go shopping. Just buy some bananas for now. I, Hoen Kiyoma, shall fund you.
ああ、オカリン太っ腹だね。
Wow, you're so generous.
じゃあ岡部はレンジのドアの開け閉めね。
So I guess your job is opening the microwave.
うひょー。刺身にタンポポの花を乗せる仕事並みの単純作業じゃね？
Whoa, you saved the easiest job for yourself.
いや、上司の判断は的確だ。おそらく D メール製品の鍵はレンジのドアを開けるタイミングにかかっている。
No, my assistant's judgment is sound. The key to a successful D-mail is most likely the correct timing of opening the microwave door. This guy's so full of shit, isn't he? He really is. He's absolutely full of shit. You know, it's kind of entertaining, but I still can't stand him. I really can't. He is still an annoying, obnoxious motherfucker.
あ、いや、冗談で言ったんだけど。
I was just kidding.
レンジのドアの開け閉め、この法院京馬に任せるがいい。神のごとき正確さと修羅のごとき大胆さ、そして女性を扱うかのごとき繊細さを持って開け閉めしてやろう。
Leave this task to Hoen Kiyoma. I shall open this door with precision, boldness, and delicacy, as if it were the flesh of a beautiful woman. Dude, you've just admitted to wanting to open a woman's flesh to 2 women. That's some serial killer shit. You really didn't think that one through.
ああ、オカリンエッチ。
Okarin, that's naughty.
No! 本作戦はトップシークレットである。誰にも漏らしてはならない。いいな。
Furthermore, the current operation is top secret. You must not leak it to anyone. Got it? And I agree, Avian. He annoys me too. Can't fucking stand the guy. Mayuri nods. The others are ignoring me.
では、作戦名を発表する。
Now I shall give this operation a name. It shall be known as Op...
作戦名とかいらないから始めましょう。
Don't need one. Let's start.
なんだ。
What? But... You ruined my climactic scene! Damn you, assistant. This is an outrage! And now we've hit the second hour, so I'm going to do another quick save while I can. There we go. Afterwards, the D-mail experiment, its name is Operation Erd, though I lost my chance to announce it, continues for 2 hours. How does it continue for 2 hours? Meanwhile, Erd, the eldest of the 3 Norns, goddess of fate in Norse mythology. The 3 sisters tend to the world tree Yggdrasil, which has roots in Erd's fountain. Erd is the Norn of the past. Norn, the brilliant fortune persona from Persona 5 Royal. During that time, every D-mail goes back in time without a hitch. Now it's time to take a break. We're all hungry, and except for Mayuri, we've been up since last night.
どうぞ休んでて。私はもうちょっとやってみるから。
Go ahead and rest. I'm gonna have a go at it a little longer. She's been going at it for hours, and she's still full of energy. It's hard to believe she was so opposed to time travel research before. Her scientist's blood must be on fire. We've made a number of discoveries, but we can wait to assess them until after we eat. Daru and I leave the 2 girls to watch over the lab as we go shopping at the convenience store. Oh, so we've got an outside scene. We return from the convenience store to find the Brawn Tube Workshop's one and only part-time warrior standing in front of the building. She's stretching. Sup? She notices me and calls out without stopping her exercises. What shenanigans are you up to this early in the morning? Shenanigans? This girl has a thing for unusual words.
いかに聞いて驚く。俺たちは人類史にその名を残すであろうタイムマシンを作っている。
The kind you wouldn't believe. We're building the first time machine in human history. Huh? Cool.
お前、もっと驚いたらどうなのだ。
Hey, shouldn't you be more surprised?
ま、信じられんのは当然じゃね。僕も最初は半信半疑だったし。
Can't blame him for being skeptical. I didn't think it was possible either.
つうかそう簡単に秘密ばらしちゃっていいのオカリン。秘密事項じゃなかった？
And isn't that top secret? I thought you didn't want anyone to know.
始まった。そこのバイト選手よ。今俺が話したことは内密に頼む。
Oh, crap. Part-time warrior, please keep what I just said a secret. Could the owner of the Brawn Tube Workshop also be important? He's been gone for a long time. And he talks about having a daughter and everything else. He could just be a minor character who's been forgotten about, but I don't trust that. I don't trust that he's randomly disappeared. If you know what I mean. Sure. Yeah, by the way. Part-time warrior glances at the Brawn Tube Workshop. The boss is really pissed.
というと
Why?
2階からの振動がすごくってさ、埃が落ちてくるだけじゃなくて実際に揺れるんだよね。爆撃されたみたいに。
The noise. Whatever you're doing up there, it's got the whole building shaking. Dust everywhere. Kind of like an air raid.
あいつら一体何してんだ。家賃上げてやるぞこらってぼやいてた。
He was saying stuff like, "What's that nutcase doing? I'ma raise his damn rent."
謝りに行った方がいいかも。
Maybe you should go apologize.
ゲゲゲ。追い出されたらまずくね。
Oh boy, what if he kicks us out?
よし、ここは俺に任せる。それと誰よ。 助手にしばらく実験を止めるように伝えてくれ。
Alright, leave it to me. Daru, go tell my assistant to lay off the experiments for now.
了解。あんた今最高に輝いてるよ。
Roger that. I won't forget you, soldier. Daru salutes, then races up to the second floor.
そういやマキセクリスって来てんの？
By the way, is Karisu Makise here too?
おう。
Yeah. Come to think of it, she did pick a fight with Christina yesterday.
知り合いなのか？
Have you met before?
昨日が初見。
No. Yesterday was first contact.
初見？
First contact. First contact is a phrase in science for the act of extraterrestrial life interacting with humans. Basically, the moment they let the Greys land and make is known as first contact. That's a strange way of putting it.
あ、なるほど。
Oh, really?
初めて会ったにしてはやたら敵意をむき出しにしていなかったか？
Weren't you a little hostile for a first contact?
支援だよ。
She's my enemy. What? I barely heard her. Her voice was so low. I'm about to ask her to repeat herself, but Suzuha is staring at the ground in silence. She obviously doesn't want to talk about this. Did she call Kurisu her enemy? But that doesn't make any sense.
お、個人的な恨みがあるということか。しかし初めて会ったのに？
How can she be your enemy? You just met, right?
まあね。
Yeah.
何かあったのか？
Did she do something to you?
直接はないかな。
Not to me.
間接的というとどういうつながりだ？
Does Suzuha like Rintaro? What does that mean? She did something to someone else?
なんなら俺がクリスティーナに話をつけてもいい。
If you want, I can go talk things over with Christina.
別にいいって。
It doesn't really matter.
もしかして単なる逆恨みだったりするのか？
Maybe you're blaming the wrong person.
もうしつこい。
Jeez, give it a rest. She hits me with a glare.
岡部倫太郎さ、私のことより店長に謝りに行かなくていいの？
Anyway, shouldn't you apologize to the boss instead of talking to me? Actually, I'm getting cold feet. But I am Hoen Kiyoma, the mad scientist who brings chaos to the world. I can't falter now. I steel myself and enter the Brawn Tube workshop. Part-time warrior follows me inside.
失礼する。
I have come! Mr. Braun is sitting at the counter inside, slurping delivery ramen. Even when I enter, he doesn't look away from the huge 42-inch CRT. It's showing some news show's report on some celebrity divorce. Part-time warrior doesn't say anything. She's just going to stand there and watch him rip me a new one.
おい、Okabe。おめえ一体上で何やってんだ？
Hey, Okabe! The hell are you doing up there? Straight to the punch. He doesn't take his eyes off the TV, nor does he stop slurping his ramen. Yet despite his sedentary posture, he exudes extraordinary pressure. But now is not the time to falter.
実は世紀の実験中でしてね。すなわち人類の科学史を塗り替えるタイム。
We're currently conducting the experiments that will change the course of human history. The discoveries we make today will shape the world for centuries.
おめえらのお遊びのことはどうでもいいんだよ。このビルのオーナーは俺。分かってんのか？
I don't care what games you guys play. I'm the owner of this building. Got it?
結構ボロいビルだからよ。おめえらがガタガタ揺らすと壁にひびでもできるんじゃねえかと俺は気が気じゃねえわけ。
And the building's really worn out. You keep shaking it like that, you could bring the whole damn thing down on our heads. Better keep quiet about the dent in the floor.
ミスター・ブラウンよ。まさかこのビル、耐震偽装物件ではなかろうな。
Very interesting. Mr. Braun, don't tell me you forged this building's earthquake safety certificate.
だったらどうなんだよ。
What if I did? Holy crap. Maybe we should seek shelter soon.
ちゃんと補強工事はした。だがな、いくらなんでもおめえらは揺らしすぎだ。
It's been properly reinforced. But regardless, you guys are still shaking it too much.
このビルの一つや二つ崩壊したからなんだというのです。
So what if a few buildings collapse?
あ
What's that?
我らが行っている実験は何度も言うが人類の科学史、いや人類の歴史そのものを塗り替えるような壮大な内容なのです。
As I've said countless times before, our current experiment is of vital importance to the history of science. No, to the history of human civilization itself.
このビルをあと10年延命させるよりよほど意義のあるものだ。
It's more important than prolonging this building's lifetime for another 10 or so measly years. The building starts shaking as soon as I finish speaking. Flakes of concrete start falling from the ceiling. The 42-inch CRT's image goes to static. Damn it, Daru, what are you doing? I thought I told you to stop the experiments.
ほら、岡部
Okabe! He's glaring at me.
なんか落ちてきたぞ。ラーメンに入ったろうが。どうしてくれるんだ。とにかく、これ以上揺らすんじゃねえ。
The ceiling is falling, you dumbass! Some got into my ramen! What are you gonna do about it, huh? No more shaking!
でないと、家賃を1万上げる。
Or I'll raise your rent by 10,000! What? If you raise it by 10,000, we're ruined!
任せるがいいミスター・ブラウン。我が名誉にかけて今日はもう揺らさないと誓おう。
Leave it to me, Mr. Braun. On my honor, I swear there won't be any more shaking today. With that, I race out to the Braun Tube workshop.
クリスティーナ、今すぐ実験は中止だ。
Christina, stop the experiments at once! When I burst into the lab, I find the three of them in the middle of lunch. Mayuri has chicken number one. Daru has a convenience store box lunch. Karisu's eating cup noodles with a fork.
ごめんねおかり。今マユシが唐揚げを温めようとしたんだけどね。
Sorry, Okarin, Mayushi tried to warm up some chicken.
ついいつもの癖で逆回転させちゃって、ついでだから放電させてみたの。
I accidentally put it through reverse rotation, and it started sparking.
そうか。
I see. And yes, Avery, and you caught onto that today thing as well. As did I. Like, there'll be no more shaking today. I never promised about the future, Mr. Braun. Loophole! The loopy hole. I just realised how annoying that was. Why the fuck did I do that? Why the fuck did I just do that?
あんたにメール届いてるはずだけど見てないの？
I sent you an email. Didn't you get it? Your sarcasm is not appreciated, Christina. You know as well as I do that my phone is still attached to the phone wave, name subject to change. I disconnect my phone from the phone wave, name subject to change, while grinding my teeth. Oh wow, there's loads. One more, please?
ふざけるな。ミスター・ブラウンに睨まれるのは俺なのだぞ。
Stop screwing around! I'm the one who has to deal with Mr. Braun.
5日も前に忠告したのに。
But I gave you 5 days advance notice. Well, yeah, the timestamps were 5 days ago, but...
店長、怒ってた？
Was he mad? That's Lukaku. Kilma-san, are you familiar with Gyro Froggies? They were a huge fad last year. We have tons of them at the shrine, so if you like, could you take a few of them off our hands? Dad brought a whole box for some reason. Then he said they were for me. P.S. I don't know what to do with them. P.S. I was so bewildered. Couldn't do any practice with Samadare. I'll reply with that one. Yep. Huge smirk. Absolutely huge smirk, Avian. You're not wrong.
殺意の波動を感じた。
Yeah. I could feel his killing aura. Daru turns pale, but the two girls don't seem to care. They know not the wrath of Mr. Braun. Ignorance is bliss.
とにかく今日はこれ以上の実験は中止だ。
Anyway, no more experiments today.
実験のデータは十分取れたわ。
Well, at least we got some good data. Then Karisu hides her mouth with her hand as she yawns.
さすがに眠くて辛くなってきたし、髪もパサパサだし、シャワーを浴びてゆっくり眠りたい。
I'm dead tired, and my hair's dried out. I want to take a shower and go to sleep. I sigh and take a boxed lunch out of the convenience store bag. It's cold, so I toss it into the phone wave, name subject to change, and set the timer normally.
シャワーならここにもあるよ。バスタブはないんだけどね。シャワー室っていうのかな。オカリンはいつもそこを使ってるよね。
If you want a shower, there's one here. It doesn't have a bath though. Okabe always uses it.
なんか汚そう。
It's probably filthy.
お世辞にも綺麗なシャワー室とは言えん。このビル自体がボロいからな。
I'd be lying if I called it clean. This entire building is in shambles.
そもそも岡部と同じシャワー室を使うなんてお断り。
Anyway, I refuse to use the same shower as Okabe.
気持ちはわかる。誰も使えとは言っていないしな。もっとも徹夜明けで俺も誰もお前もかなり臭いだろうがな。
I understand. No one will blame you if you don't use it. Of course, since the three of us stayed up all night, we were all pretty smelly. Given the sweltering heat and the fact that we kept windows closed all night, I bet this place is stinking pretty rank by now.
だから食べ終わったら帰るわよ。
That's why I'm going back to my hotel once I finish eating. Karisu slurps her cup noodles indignantly. I bought them at her request. She was raised in America, yet she likes cup noodles? Strange. Over here in the UK, there's a national brand called pot noodle. Never eat them. Top tip from me. If you're ever in England and someone says you want something quick, get a pot noodle, tell them fucking no. Refuse.
高級ホテルでセレブ気分のバスタイムか。俺も連れて行ってほしいものだ。
Celebrity bath time at a high-class hotel. I want to come too.
お断りします。
Not a chance.
マユシーも行ってみたいな。
Mayushi wants to come too.
まゆりさんなら歓迎する。
You can come at any time, Mayuri-san.
本当？ありがとう。
Really? Thank you. I take my warm food out of the microwave, grab a fresh bottle of Dr. P out of the fridge, and join in on lunch.
ねえねえオカリン、前から不思議だったんだけどね、ご飯食べながらどうして炭酸ジュース飲めるの？その組み合わせって美味しいのかな？
Avian, it's not bad. It's fucking horrific. If you ever need instant noodles in the UK, the best thing you can do is find a Chinese supermarket in China, any of the Chinatowns, and get the Korean the Korean cup noodles, the spicy cup noodles. They're a million times better than any of the UK produced ones. The UK produced ones are shit. That's a massive top tip from me. Hey, Okarin, I've been wondering, but why do you drink soda while you eat? Does it make it taste better? Right. Mayashi, never ever ever question someone who drinks soda while they eat food. What kind of sheltered life have you lived where you don't have a cold soda alongside your food? Have you never had burger and fries?
特に疑問を持った覚えはないぞ。
I don't really see a problem.
僕も
Me neither.
そうね。私も不思議には思わない。
Same. I didn't give it a second thought.
前よりがおかしいんだろう。食事と炭酸飲料の組み合わせなど普通だ。
You're acting weird, Mayuri. It's normal to drink soda while eating.
普通だよな上皇
It's normal, duh.
異論はない。
No objections.
そんなみんながおかしいんだよ。
No way! You guys are the weird ones. Well, I'm a pure Docparian. Daru loves cola like a typical fat otaku, and Karisu lives in America, home of soda. I mean, I don't like the typical fat otaku part, that's not fair. Well, yeah, that's a stereotype I really don't like. I can't stand that stereotype. So I admit our opinion is biased. But that doesn't matter right now.
さて、オペレーションウルドの実験成果についてこの場で検討してみようか。
Now, let's discuss Operation Erd's progress.
オペレーションウルドって
Operation Erd?
そういえば昨日はどこぞの助手のせいで作戦面を披露できなかったのだったな。昨日夜から今日にかけて行われた D メールの連続送信実験。それがオペレーションウルドであり。
Oh, right. Thanks to a certain assistant, I didn't get a chance to present the operation's code name yesterday. Heed me. These D-mail experiments are all part of Operation Erd.
実験の成果はあった。
The experiments have been fruitful. She interrupts me again.
D メールについて少なくとも何ができるのかは分かったから。
At the very least, we've learned what we can do with D-mail. Karisu places her empty noodle on the table, then retrieves the whiteboard from the development room. While the rest of us eat, she scribbles on the whiteboard, then puts it up against the wall.
とまあこんな感じ。補足や反論は？
That about sums it up. Anything to add? So, we've got clear codified command for microwave warming function, reverse rotation. Force microwave door open while warming is in progress. Timing unconfirmed. Then we've got the discharge phenomenon. Send mail to phone wave, name subject to change during discharge. Conditions for discharge 12 while 6. D-mail text limit is 12 1 byte or 6 2 byte characters times 3. Any more mails fail to send. Distance to pass depends on phone wave, name subject to change timer input. 1 second on timer equals 1 hour into the past. Contents of microwave become jellymen, also confirmed to teleport. Nothing especially. She summarised the vital parts. Mayuri has her mouth half open in a blank stare. She clearly doesn't understand.
D メールでは最大で英文36文字か。日本語文18文字しか送れないというのは不便だな。改善したいところだ。
A D-mail can be at most 36 English characters or 18 Japanese characters long. That makes experimentation difficult, so we'll want to improve that first. Furthermore, each D-mail is split into 12 character segments. If you send 36 characters, you'll get 3 12-character emails. If you try to send more, everything after the 36th character disappears.
でもいつへ送るかの調節ができるのを発見したのはすごくね
But we figured out how to control when it arrives. That's pretty good, right? Though we can always set it in 1 hour increments. We can control how far back D-mails go by using the microwave's timer.
発見しただけで満足してたら無意味。原理を突き止めないと。ここに書いたのは現象として確認できたものでしかない。
Observation isn't enough. We need to find the underlying principle. What I've written here is nothing but the verified phenomena.
原理の究明か。確かにそれが分からなければ真にタイムマシンを作ったことにはならない。
The underlying principle. You're right. It's not a complete time machine until we understand how it works.
6文字 ×3 しか送れないのは何が原因だ？
What could be the reason for the character limit? Daru and Karisu remain silent. Suddenly, Mayuri, who's been staring at the ceiling in confusion until now, raises her hand.
あのね、 唐揚げやバナナはゲル揚げとかゲルバナになっちゃって、でもお塩はゲル塩にはならなかったんだよね。
Chicken and bananas become gel chicken and gel bananas, but salt doesn't turn into gel salt, right?
だから略すなよ。
So much gel. According to Mayuri, the refrozen chicken had indeed been jellified when she tried eating it. Karisu's prediction was right.
で D メールは18文字まではちゃんと送れて、19文字以上は消えちゃうんだよね。
And you can send 36 letters in an email, but everything past that disappears, right?
きっとね、おっきなものとかたくさんは送れないんじゃないかな。
So I think maybe you can't send big things or a lot of small things.
もしかしてそのカーブブラックホールが
Maybe the curved black hole.
カーブラックホールね。
It's curved black hole.
カーブブラックホールが
The curved black hole.
だからカーブラックホール。
Curved black hole.
ブラックホールの穴が低いんだよ。
I like the fact that Mayuri's just ignored the curve thing and gone, that's not fucking important, let's move on. The black hole's hole is too tight.
まゆし、今の言葉もう一度よろ。穴ってところから。
Mayushi, say that one more time, starting from hole.
穴がきっついの。
The hole is too tight.
これはけしからん。
Outrageous.
言わせているんじゃないや、ホダル。
Stop making us say stuff like that. Mayuri has flowers for brains, so she's easy prey for Darrow's perversion. It drives me crazy.
穴がきついか。あながち間違ってないかも。
The hole is tight. Huh? That might not be entirely wrong.
おそらくセルンのタイムマシンと同じ原因ね。リフターの調整がうまくできてないから、完全には得意点を裸にできず、そのせいで送れる容量が限定される。
Maybe we have the same problem CERN has with their time machine. Since they can't fully control the lifter, they can't make the singularities perfectly naked, which limits how much they can send.
唐揚げやバナナはともかく、全角6文字半角12文字のデータっつうと、容量は12バイトだね。
Anyway, 6 Japanese or 12 English characters comes out to 12 bytes. English characters are half width, so they only use 1 byte, but full width Japanese characters use 2.
バイト？キロバイトじゃなくて？
Bytes, not kilobytes?
おーっと、マキセ氏はメカに弱いタイプと見た。
Oh, so Makishi's these bad with computers.
そうなのか、ジョッシュ。
Is that so, assistant?
うるさいな。バイトなんて単位は最近見ないから確認しただけよ。
Shut up! You don't see things measured in bytes nowadays, so I was just making sure. Yep. By the way, 1 kilobyte is 1024 bytes. 1 byte is 8 bits.
まあ電子メールは本文テキストだけじゃないけどさ、送信先と送信元のメルアドとかヘッダとかもろもろ込みだともっと増えるけど。
Well, email isn't just comprised of text. There's more to it, like the sender and receiver's email addresses, the header, and various other things.
目安として12バイト分の文字数なら3回分は転送できるってことじゃね。あ、ちなみに件名は入れると入れないとでどう変わるかわかんねえ。
So roughly speaking, we send data in 3 batches of 12 bytes then. By the way, I don't know if using a subject changes anything.
確かに唐揚げやバナナをデジタルデータに換算したところで12バイト程度のサイズになるとは思えんな。
But I'm pretty sure that chicken and bananas have to be big larger than 12 bytes. How do you measure a banana in bytes anyway?
塩は一つ一つが小さいから12バイト以下と換算された可能性がある。
Since each grain of salt is tiny, it's possible they could be converted to less than 12 bytes.
質量が大きいと超重力に押しつぶされるっていうこと？
So larger masses get crushed by the supergravity.
質量ではないかもしれん。データには重さはない。
Mass might not be the issue here. Data doesn't have mass.
いずれにせよ得意点を裸にできていない時点でイベントホライゾンを通過せざるを得なくなる。
In any case, since the singularity isn't naked, the object is forced to pass through the event horizon.
そのイベントホライゾン内では空間と時間の入れ替わりの影響でリング上得意点に到達した被験者は超高速に達しているから。
Inside the event horizon, space and time switch places, causing the subject that arrived at the ring's singularity to reach ultra-high speed.
超重力により押しつぶされて破壊されたデータがブラックホールから吐き出されてしまう。
The data, crushed and destroyed by the supergravity, is shot out at the black hole.
ゼリーマンの出来上がりだ。
As a jellyman.
でも質量が小さければ通り抜けられるとも思えない。どっちにしろ超重力の中を抜けないといけないのよ。
But even a small mass has to pass through supergravity. How does it emerge unscathed?
穴がきついのならば注入する電子を増やせばいい。
If the hole is too tight, then just inject more electrons.
そんな簡単な問題とは思えない。セルンだってその方法は試したはず。なのに実験開始から9年経っても解決できていない。
I don't think it's that simple. I mean, I'm sure SERN's tried that already, and yet they haven't gotten any results after 9 years of experiments.
単純に電子の量を増やせばいいってわけでもないのよ。
It's not as simple as increasing the flow of electrons.
そうか。
I see.
そもそもセルンではリフターがあるけど電話レンジの場合そのリフターに代替するものが何なのかすら分かってない。これじゃ調整以前の問題。
CERN has a lifter, but we don't know what in the phone wave is fulfilling the same role, much less how to adjust it. Yeah, she has a point.
リフターに変わるものが何なのかそれは不明だが
We don't know what acts as the lifter.
少なくともその代替物の効果によりリング得意点に36バイトプラスアルファまでは通り抜け可能な道が作られているのは確かだ。
But we do know that it successfully created a path wide enough to send approximately 36 bytes of data through the ring singularity.
よくわかんないよ。
I don't get it. Mayuri, finished with her chicken, looks at us in confusion.
リング上得意点の入り口である内側のイベントホライゾンを魔王城の門に例えればいい。
Think of it like an RPG. The ring singularity, the entrance to the event horizon, is the gate to the Demon Lord's castle.
魔王城？
The Demon Lord? Hundreds of soldiers attack the heavily fortified Demon Lord's castle gate. The soldiers can use the magic called Lifter to force the castle gate open, but they can only keep it open for a moment before it closes. During that moment, only 12 soldiers can break through. The soldiers can only use Lifter magic 3 times. The 36 soldiers who make it through the gate return triumphantly as the heroes who slew the Demon Lord. But the soldiers who were left behind are imprisoned by the Demon Lord's minions. They're taken to the castle's prison cells and turned into slimes. The heroes saved them after defeating the Demon Lord, but unfortunately, they go home as slimes.
スライムになって帰ってきた騎士さんたちがゼリーマンなんだね。
So the soldiers who went home as slimes are the jellymen.
だが例外もある。
But there's an exception. The soldiers can combine into a super soldier with the strength and size of 100 ordinary soldiers. The super soldier has the power to defeat the Demon Lord alone, but since his body is too big, he can't pass through the gate, even when it's opened by Lifter. And so, deprived of the magic's effectiveness, the weakened super soldier is seized by the Demon Lord's underlings and sent home in defeat as a giant slime.
なんだその無茶な設定。
Combining soldiers? That's just silly.
図体が大きすぎてはダメだという例えだ。
It's to illustrate that the object can't be too big.
なるほど。す ごくわかりやすかったよ。
I get it. That's really easy to understand.
そう？
It is?
オカリンの例えはともかく、これでゼリーマンの件は解明できたんじゃね？
It's a dumb metaphor, but I guess it works. At least there's an explanation for why things get jellified.
すべてマユリのヒントのおかげだな。
It's all thanks to Mayuri's hint.
マユシーは役に立ったかな。
Mayushi was helpful?
ああ、いいひらめきだったぞ、マユリ。
Yeah, great insight, Mayuri. And indeed, yes, you have turned it back on Queen. I did see your little notification cameo turn up in the stream. We already addressed it on the other nights one, so I didn't see the point in bringing it back up. But there's your moment of moment in the sun again.
よかった。
Yay!
でもまだ仮説よ。それが証明されたわけじゃない。
But it's still a hypothesis. It hasn't been proven.
証明ってどうやんの？
How would you prove
セ
it?
ルンと同じように人体実験するん？
With human experiments like CERN?
岡部と橋田さんが被験者として志願してくれるなら喜んで実験してあげるけど。
If Okabe and Hashida-san volunteer as test subjects, I'll happily experiment on you.
人体実験ってなんか響きがやばいよね。性的な意味で。
Human experimentation sounds kinda dirty, if you know what I mean.
だが断る。僕はされる方よりせっかくだからする方を選びたい。
But I refused. I'd rather play the doctor than the subject.
右に同じ。
Yeah, same here.
いや、性的な意味でという部分は同意しないが。
No, not in the way he's implying.
バカども。
Idiots. Carissa gives us a cold stare and shrugs her shoulders in exasperation.
何度も言うけど、問題はあの電話レンジのどこにリフターに代替する機能があるのかっていうこと。
As I keep saying, the real problem is what the phone wave uses as a lifter.
それともう一つ。なぜ時間帯によって放電現象やゼリーマン化が起きたり起きなかったりするのかだ。
That and one other thing. How come the discharge phenomenon in jellification only happen during a certain time frame?
わからないことはあるけど、D メールのやり方についてはもう完璧ってことで。ファイナルアンサー？
We may not understand everything, but we perfected the art of demailing. Isn't that our final answer? I realised that I didn't read that in his accent because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, no words to do. Yeah, so, abbreviated as FA in Japanese, using the quiz expression, is that your final answer, internet slang, originates from a popular quiz show with contestants who want to be millionaires. So they've actually name-checked the British show. Because yes, unbelievably, Britain gave that to the world. Who wants to be a millionaire? We created it. We apologise. Then Doc Parian, someone who was Dr Pepper above all beverages, coined by Ocarine. That's his own name for himself.
過去にメールを送れるってすごいことだよね。
Sending mail to the past is amazing, isn't it?
人が直接過去へ飛べるわけじゃないからタイムマシンって感じはしないけどな。
Though I guess it's not a real time machine unless we can send people to the past.
それをやろうとしてセルンほどの研究機関が失敗し続けている。タイターの予言によると完成まであと24年かかるんだっけ？
Even CERN has failed to send humans through. If you believe what Titus says, it won't be another, 24 years before there's a true time machine? I answer Karisu's sarcastic question with a nod.
確かに今の俺たちでは物理的なタイムマシンは無理かもしれんな。セルンに比べて金も施設も足りない。
Physical time travel is impossible for us at the moment. We lack the funds and facilities available to CERN.
しかし俺たちはそれでもタイムトラベルを実現させた。データを過去へと送ったのだ。
And yet, we have realized the form of time travel. We sent data to the past.
この電話レンジはもっとちゃんと検証するべきね。何が起きてるのか把握しないと。
We should investigate the phone wave further. We need to understand what's going on. Well, here's a test for them then. Why don't they send the lottery numbers back in time to themselves and see if their old self would actually use the numbers? Oh wait, that'd be a paradox.
D メールをもっといろいろ面白いことに使いたいよな。
I have some fun ideas for how to use D-mail.
気持ちはわかるが今日は無理だ。もしまたビルを揺らしたらミスター・ブラウンから最後通告を出されるだろう。
I know how you feel, but we can't today. If we shake the building again, Mr. Braun is sure to blow a gasket. He'll raise the rent or kick us out of the lab.
詳細な検証は明日以降に行う。だが、これだけは宣言させてくれ。
We can start experimenting again tomorrow, but this I will declare now. I step onto the couch and look at each labmem in turn.
靴脱がなきゃ汚れちゃうよ。
You have to take off your shoes, it's dirty.
本日、今日って何日？
Today, what day is it? Monday, 2nd of August.
8月2日
August 2nd.
2010年8月2日は人類史にとって永遠に記憶に残る日となるであろう。
August 2nd, 2010 is a date which will live in infamy.
なぜなら今日この日、我ら未来ガジェット研究所は人類史上初の
For on this day, we, the Future Gadget Laboratory, have developed
タイムマシン開発に成功したからである。
the first successful time machine in the history of man.
人類史上初じゃなくね？セルに先越されてたし。
It's not the first, CERN beat us.
そもそも開発したとは言えない。偶然使えるようになっただけ。
And you can't even say we developed it. It happened by accident.
助手はセレンディピティという言葉を知らないらしいな。ペニシリンに X 線にダイナマイト、その他多くの偉大な発明は偶然から生まれたのだぞ。
It seems that my assistant doesn't know the meaning of the word serendipity. Penicillin, X-ray machines, dynamite. These inventions and more were all born from coincidence.
それはそうだけど。
I guess.
でもクリスチャンってタイムマシンなんてないやーいってこの前は言ってたよ。今はあるって認めてるんだね。
But Christian, you said before that time machines don't exist, right? But now you admit that they do.
今のところは認めざるを得ないってだけ。原理を究明していけば、もしかしたらタイムマシンとは似ても似つかないまがいものかもしれない。
It's just that I have to admit it for now. If we investigate how the phone wave works, it might turn out to be something that only seems like time travel.
どいつもこいつも俺の堂々たる宣言に敬意すら払わんとは。
Does nobody have any respect for my grand declaration?
人類史上初の、いや史上2番目かもしれないが、タイムマシン開発の栄誉、この俺が独り占めしても後で文句を言わないことだな。
Don't complain if I take all the credit for inventing the first, or second, whatever, time machine in human history.
今日の第66回円卓会議は以上だ。解散。
The 66th Roundtable Conference ends here. Dismissed.
今のって円卓会議だったん？知らんかった。しかも66回って。
Wait, that was the Roundtable Conference? I didn't know that. And it's even the 66th?
円卓だろうがなんだろうが、どうでもいいわ。
Who cares what kind of table it is? Carissa gets up from her chair and stretches.
帰ってシャワー浴びて寝る。
I'm gonna go back to my hotel, take a shower and sleep.
マヨシーはもうすぐバイトなのです。
Maishi has to go to work soon. I'm incredibly tired too. Let's just sleep today. But when I lie down, I find myself unable to sleep. Though part of me is still frightened by the dark secrets we've uncovered, the curiosity and excitement are too much to bear. We built a machine that can send emails to the past. It's like a dream, but it's real, and it's ours. As I start thinking of ways to use it, my imagination spreads out to infinity, driving the last vestiges of fear from my mind. I'm standing in absolute darkness. How long have I been here? I can't remember. I can't move. I can't feel. I can't see. The world is empty.
何もないんじゃない。
No, not empty. A voice resounds in the blackness, as if whispering in my ear, as if screaming from far away, as if dozens of people around me are speaking at once. Where am I?
ここは
You
イベントホライゾンを超えた場所。
are beyond the event horizon,
時間と空間の役割が入れ替わった場所。
where time and space switch places. Suddenly, the darkness is dispelled. Nice. An ocean of stars fill the heavens. The sight is breathtakingly beautiful. Looks like a Pink Floyd album cover. However, one point in space lacks stars. I notice that point. I stare at that point. My body starts to fall. I'm falling through the sea of stars. No, not falling. I'm being pulled. Pulled into a rift of utter darkness from which not even light can escape. In an instant, my consciousness has exceeded the speed of light. Stars flash past and vanish from sight. Light itself is but dust in my wake. Logic screams that this cannot be. Nothing can move faster than light. That would contradict the theory of relativity.
あんたは移動なんてしていない。
You aren't moving. That voice again. It comes from behind, overtaking my faster-than-light consciousness. At the same time, it seems to lie in wait at my destination. Why do I hear Christina's voice?
あんたは移動なんてしていない。
You aren't moving. Those same words.
言ったはず。ここでは空間と時間の役割は入れ替わっている。
Remember what I said. Here, space and time don't switch places.
あんたは空間を移動することはできない。
You can't move through space.
あんたの時間が延々と引き伸ばされているのよ。
But your time is stretching out to eternity. I accelerate. I can hardly breathe. It feels like something is crushing my body.
あんたの1秒は私には永遠となる。
1 second for you, an eternity for me.
遠くから観測している私にはあんたは停止しているようにしか見えない。
As I observe you from a distance, I see you as a still object. I fall. I'm pulled to the depths of the dark, or perhaps to the end of the universe. But even beyond the speed of light, I'll never reach it. Am I looping? No, that's not it. Is this the end? Running away from me? That's not it either. Stretching. What is stretching? Space? Me?
振り返ってはいけない。
Don't look back.
永遠は無限ではない。
Eternity is not infinite.
永遠へ向かって時間が引き伸ばされ続けようとも
Time stretches towards eternity,
終わりは存在する。
yet it has an end. Something approaches. It approaches slowly, a stark contrast to the stars flashing past. Is it really approaching? It looks like it's standing still. Its slowness gives it that illusion. I don't know what it is, but it's something.
イベントホライゾン。
The event horizon. I try to reach towards it, but my hand won't move.
振り返ってはいけない。
Don't look back.
そこには1秒が永遠へと引き伸ばされたあんたが連なっているから。
You will only see yourself stretched out, trapped in in a second, stretched out to eternity. I'm slowing to a stop, but I still keep falling. The end never comes. An asymptomatic approach to zero. When will this second pass?
時間と空間の役割は入れ替わっている。
Time and space have switched places. A second stretched out to infinity. 1 second becomes 0.1 seconds. 0.1 seconds becomes 0.01 seconds. 0.01 seconds becomes 0.001 seconds. 0.0001 seconds. 0.00001 seconds. 0.0000001 seconds. 0.0000001 seconds. 0.0000001 seconds. 0.000000001 seconds. When will I arrive? Gradually, time shortens. Gradually, my perception of time lengthens.
前を向いてたどり着いて。
Face forward, struggle on. No matter how close I get, I can never reach
魔王の城門へ。
to the Demon Lord's gate. Suddenly, her words take on an amused tone. The Demon Lord's gate.
あんたは鍵を持っていない。
You don't have the key.
だから城門をこじ開けられず。
You can't pry it open. I try to shout, but my mouth won't move. I mustn't look back.
魔王の手下に捕らえられる。
You will be captured by the Demon Lord's minions. Pictures from the Jellyman's report flicker through my brain. My body.
振り返ってはいけない。
Don't look back. I want to look back. I want to go back. I can't look back. I can't go back. I faced towards the thing. I faced the future of becoming a jellyman while frozen for eternity. Huh? Roused by a melody, I slowly open my eyes. Instead of an ocean of stars, I see the lab's familiar ceiling. Ugh, what a bad dream. It's bright out. What time is it? My phone is ringing. Oh wow, lots of emails from Shining Finger. I came like you said, Okabe-kun. You promised to show me the IBN 5100, remember? Are you there? Your windows are open, your lights are on. If you're there, could you open the door? I'm out front. Moika. That male demon again? I thought I told her to stop with the spam. I checked the clock. It's 9 AM. I slept for over 15 hours. Are you asleep? Ignoring me maybe? I'm climbing the stairs now. Moeka. Please reply. Are you pretending to be out? I'm coming to the door. I was going to knock, but the hallway's dark and scary. I'm afraid someone will jump out if I make any noise. Did you go out? Where are you? Are you still in Akihabara? Moeka. So, yes, Avi, you say we get it. Was the way I was reading that's annoying you? No wonder I feel so lethargic. I stifle a yawn as I unlock the door.
Huh?
When I open the door, I see Shining Finger, Kiryu Muraka, standing there, looking down at her phone. I was asleep. Her expression doesn't change, but she bows her head slightly. I guess that's her way of saying sorry. I guess I can't just leave her standing there. I reluctantly invite her in, then shut the door and collapse back onto the sofa. I'm still half asleep. I went to the trouble of inviting her in, but Moeka just stands in the corner of the room. You're covered in sweat.
なに少しばかり宇宙を漂う粒子の気分を味わっていた
I just had a little taste of what it's like to be a particle drifting through space. That was one hell of a nightmare. Maybe I'm more shocked by the truth of CERN's experiments than I thought I was. At any rate, I'm still drowsy. My vision's a little blurry too. I feel like yawning again. I failed to stifle it this time.
それで本当に IBN5100 を見に来たのか
So, you came to see the IBN 5100? Yeah, it was an interesting dream, but a bit repetitive. I agree with you there, Avian, for sure. Moeka nods. Then she starts entering something on her phone. We're face to face. Why is she sending me mail? You said I could come look, remember? Moeka. True, I did say that. But if you're going to visit someone, don't you usually let them know beforehand? I didn't mean to disturb you, but I need to see the IBN 5100. Oh. I can show you, but why did you have to come so early?
貴様本当の狙いはこの俺の取材だな
Wait, I get it. Your true intention is to do an article on me, isn't it? Like back when we first met and she took a picture of my face without permission. Since I am the infamous mad scientist, Hoin Kiyoma, I am quite a delicious topic. In my dealings with dark powers, I've learned secrets that could topple governments. People would love to get their hands on my knowledge. Of course, that's why I'm being chased by the organisation. And that's why I refuse all interviews with photo ops. And now comes this woman, aiming to get me while I'm still half asleep. A dirty trick, but effective. But Moeka doesn't react to my sharp accusation. Am I wrong about her? Is it okay? Oh, now she's talking. Too bad I don't understand what she means. Is what okay? I don't miss the way Moeka quickly scans the room. Please show me the IBN 5100.
いいだろうしかし見せるだけだそして見たら帰るのだそれでいいか
Fine, but just look. After you look, you leave. Okay? And absolutely, Avian, yeah. He is a narcissistic bastard. Believes he's better than everybody else. I don't have that problem. No. And no worries, if you're going to run and enjoy your dinner, have a nice meal, and say the archive of this will be up tomorrow on the channel anyway, so keep an eye on it if you want to catch up with what's missing. I won't sell or lend it to her, no matter what. That machine is critical to our hacking operation against the CERN, the enemy. Moeka just bites her lip, but she soon nods faintly. I open the curtains to the development room. Off to the side there's a cardboard box with the IBN 5100 inside.
その段ボールだ中に入ってる
It's in that cardboard box over there. I point to it by jerking my chin. Moeka slowly walks up to the cardboard box, takes a deep breath and peeks inside. Her eyes instantly light up, and she stares at the machine in fascination. Maybe she's not only a male demon, but also a retro PC maniac. Or maybe she's even a pervert with a retro PC fetish. No way. I don't want to live in the same world as perverts of that level. Yes, my PC is my ultimate god and saviour, the true waifu. It's okay, PC. It's okay. After staring at the IBM 5100 for a few moments, Moeka starts cheerfully typing out a mail. What an annoying woman. I want to take a picture. No one authorized photographs. First, show me the camera you're going to use. Unless I place strict restrictions on photography, she might snap my picture while I'm not paying attention. I'm being chased by the organisation, so I can't expose my face to the media. Moeka starts moving once I give her my instructions. Just place the camera you're going to use on that shelf so I can see it, okay? No funny business. Moeka silently places her phone on the shelf, but she doesn't let go. She keeps her hand on it. That's it? You're going to use your phone camera? Moeka nods, still expressionless. I thought she was doing a magazine article, but she's using a phone. Something tells me she's not very good at her job. Or maybe she's so nervous about interviewing me that she forgot her camera. At any rate, I'm starting to feel sorry for her. Alright, you can take as many pictures as you want, but on one condition. No face shots. If you take a picture of me, I'll have no choice but to silence you. I don't want your picture. Oh. Moeka starts shooting the IBM 5100. She doesn't even glance at the great Hoin Kiyoma. She may act like she doesn't care, but I can tell she's waiting for me to lower my guard. She can't deceive these eyes of mine. A picture of me is worth millions to the right people. Given her stalker-like behaviour, it seems safe to assume that I'm the true focus of her interest. But I won't be so exposed so easily. I feel sorry for her, but I can't let the organisation find me. I've been on the run for so long that caution has become habit. Leave no trace of where you have been. Stay vigilant around the clock. That's how you stay alive. I keep my guard up, ready to respond with lethal force should she attempt to take my picture. But 5 minutes later, she's still focused on the IBM 5100. It's like I'm not even in the same room. She dares attack my pride. A fearsome opponent indeed. 30 minutes later, Moeka is still taking pictures. The period between shutter sounds has lengthened, but she's still adjusting her angle for every shot. Her expression is completely serious. Come on, it's a computer, not a supermodel. I watch her work from the lounge as I munch on a breakfast banana. I would have preferred to get something from the convenience store, but I didn't want to leave Moeka alone. I know the IBM 5100 is too heavy for her to carry, but still, there's no telling what the fanatic will do if I let her out of my sight. Suddenly I get another mail. Borrow the 5100, can I? No. I already said no. I direct my answer towards the development room. Besides, that thing weighs a ton. You can't carry it by yourself. If you could help carry it... No. Wait a minute. Why are you assuming I'll lend it to you? I already said I wouldn't. Really? Really? No matter what?
どうしてもだ。
No matter what. Once again, she does her thing, typing on her phone at high speed. Meanie! What are you, 6? Does she really have to send me a one-word email? What a troublesome woman.
いいかよく聞け。
Now listen well.
幻のレトロ PC IBN5100 はその主人としてこの俺法院京馬を選び契約した。
The Phantom Retro PC, the IBN 5100, has chosen me, Hoin Kiyoma, as its contractual master.
それが厳然たる事実。神ですら歪められぬ決定事項。シュタインズゲートの選択だ。
That's the undeniable truth. Not even God can change this decision, for it is the choice of Steins Gate.
そもそも契約において俺は一時的にこれの力を借りているに過ぎない。使い終われば元の所有者に返すことになる。
Besides, I'm only borrowing the IBN 5100's power. When I'm done with it, I'm returning it to its original owner. Who's the original owner? Tell me. Stop with the mails already!
教えることはできんな。守秘義務もまた契約の中に含まれているし、IBN5100 を狙う連中から元の所有者を守るためでもある。
I can't tell you. I swore a blood oath to maintain secrecy and protect the original owner from those who desire the IBN 5100. I mean, anything could happen. Moeka might seduce Luca's dad, for instance, and get him to lend her the IBN 5100. And then I couldn't complain if Moeka took it away. I must avoid that situation at all costs. Of course, I don't think Moeka can seduce anyone with her personality, and since Luca's dad has a wife and kids, I don't think he'd fall easily either. Tell me where you found it, right? I'm probably just thinking too much. Moeka, meanwhile, is staring at the floor in what I assume is defeat.
俺もそこまで鬼ではない。
I'm not without sympathy for your plight.
俺は俺の目的のためにこれと契約した。その目的を果たした後ならば、次はお前が契約できるように元の所有者と交渉してやってもいい。
I formed a contract with the IBN 5100 for my own goals. After I achieve those goals, you can negotiate with the original owner to form a contract of your own. When I return the IBN 5100 to Yanabayashi Shrine, Ragnarok will be over, and the fate of the world will have already been decided.
そしてラグナロックが勝利に終わろうと敗北に終わろうと、この法王院京馬の人生はその頃にはもう。
And when Ragnarok is over, whether it ends in victory or defeat, my life as Hoin Kiyoma will be...
いや、今の言葉は忘れてくれ。そんな先のことなど今は考えている場合ではないからな。そうさ、そんな先のことは。
No, forget what I said. This is no time to be thinking about the future. After all, my future is already...
それより場所。
Anyway, where was it? Jeez, I had some good angst going there. She's just oblivious to the mood.
IBN5100 は柳林神社にあった。
The IBN 5100 was at Yanabayashi Shrine. Just then, I hear the sound of the door opening. Moeka twitches. I look into the lounge to see Daru, wiping the sweat off his brow with a towel as he comes in.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
ずいぶん早いな。
You sure are, really? Ever since university went to summer break, Daru has been coming to the lab in the morning less and less. But then again, he's also been staying up all night more and more.
昨日夕方から寝始めたからさ。朝5時に目覚めたぞなもし。
I went to bed early, woke up at 5 this morning.
ああ、暑い。午前中なのにこの暑さとかありえなさすぎだろ上皇。
Man, it's hot. It's not supposed to be this hot in the morning.
おオカリン、そちらのエロ、セクシーな三次元女性はどなたでありますか？
Oh, Okarin! Who's this erotic, sexy 3D woman?
ああ、紹介しよう。シャイニングフィンガー、桐生萌香。
Ah, let me introduce you. This is Shining Finger, Kiryu Moeka.
シャイニングフィンガーだと俺のこの手が光ってうなる
Shining Finger? Does her hand glow with an awesome power?
うならない。だが能力者だ。
No, but she's definitely an Esper.
能力とかねえよ
An Esper? That's stupid.
見ればわかるはずだ。こいつは間違いなく能力者だよ。
What's your type? You'll see.
まあいいやよろしく桐生氏
Well, whatever. Welcome to the lab, Kiryushi. Even though Daru bowed his head, Moeka doesn't so much as look at him. She's now looking down at her phone. Not as she ever really looks away. Daru turns red.
なんという華麗なスルーデブオタだからって見下してやがりますかクソーさてはお主スイーツかっこ笑いだな
What magnificent ignore skill? Are you looking down on me because I'm a fat ass Oda? You're a mainstream woman, aren't you? Yep. A derogatory term used by Otaku to describe women who subscribe to a way of thinking incomprehensible to men. What? Such women are supposedly provided mainstream culture by women's magazines. Some claim that this phrase is used by men to justify their lack of success with women. I can understand guys using it for like as a mask, but ways of thinking, whatever. Yep. Then there's Dynamite, nitroglycerin-based explosive invented by Alfred Nobel in 1866. Type of electronic made discovered by Wilhelm Grungen in 1895, famous for application as medicine. And then the world's first antibiotic discovered in 1929. And well, now that we've had that tip, and we're just past the 3-hour mark, this is where we're going to take a break for the rest of the evening and be back to carry this on the on the Tuesday night, when we're going to be picking up same time, same place, in order to essentially try and find out more what's going on. We've had the strange dream, and we've come to a conclusion as to how we may be able to make the phone wave, maybe subject to change, do the behaviours we want it to. Until then, thank you all very, very much for watching, and good night.